What up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties, and these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these pants on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to stop. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. If you have my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey. Well, hello. Hey. I'm eating an orange. And it's really good. What do y'all got going on? Hello. Let me let the members on the chat know that I'm live. Oh. Okay, this is the last piece of orange right here. I know y'all don't want to sit there and watch me or listen to me eat a goddamn orange. But this is the last little section. So anyway, y'all, I'm live really just for y'all. I'm really live for no damn reason. I'm live just for y'all. I didn't want to not go live today. Y'all know Fridays I try not to do too many lives on Fridays. Why? Because we have Silly Saturday. And with Silly Saturday coming tomorrow, I try to save all of my top stories, everything we're going to talk about. I try to save a lot of it for Silly Saturday. So Friday, I try not to cover too many topics, for that reason. So if I do come live on Friday, it's just I shoot the shit or something like that. I thought about doing a members only live and talk about the book, but I don't feel like everybody ready yet. So I might do that next week, Friday. So I might do next week, Friday, talk about the book, talk about some other stuff that we can only talk about in Silly Saturday. Anyway, so listen, Y'all know it's dangerous when I don't have no topics, right? That means it's open season. Y'all can ask me about anything, and I'm liable to talk about it. Liable, I say. I ain't said definitely. I probably will. Let me say hey to y'all while y'all coming in the chat. Excuse me. Mm, mm, it was good. It was a good orange. They call it a pink orange because it's a navel orange, but it's a red navel orange. But then it's not as red as a blood orange, so they call it pink. I don't know why. It doesn't look pink. It still kind of looks orange, but it does look pinkish. Mm. All right. Hey, lemon kush pepper. Tracy W. Volvo. Hey, Cookie. Mm. Symmetry. Montrez. Spicy Original. What's good, everybody? Jason. MB. What is up? TGIF. You better speak a word in the chat. MB, you better speak a word in this goddamn chat. MB. TGIF. I think I'm gonna go buy me a bottle of wine. And while I am producing, y'all know Silly Saturday takes several hours to produce. So I'll start producing Silly Saturday tonight. While I'm doing that, I'll drink a bottle of wine. And hopefully the slides don't come up too fucked up tomorrow because I decided to drink a whole bottle of wine while I was producing Silly Saturday. Hey, Tanya Boo. That is my boo right there. Tanya, you stuck in traffic, my love. Dear God. What's up? I cannot wait for your politicians. Oh, for my I owe y'all politics of it all. I really do. I'm gonna give y'all one. Hey Xavier, what's good? Miss Baythang. Hey Madrell. Hey Sharice. Hey everybody as y'all come in. What's going on? Listen, y'all. So the people have been talking about one Mr. Larry Reed. Can I give an unpopular opinion? Y'all may or may not agree with me. Let me drop the link too, just in case anybody want to come up and just ask me something or just talk about some shit. So let me drop the link too. But can I give an unpopular opinion? Is that okay? Is it okay? Unpopular opinion. Okay. I just want to know. Just want to know. I just want to know if I can give an unpopular opinion. Xavier said Larry hasn't done anything wrong. We can unpack that statement. Oh, I wore this shirt when I went to go get lunch today, and this lady asked me about the shirt that I have on. She was like, "Well, who's Jimmy?" It was a black lady too. She was like, "I like that shirt. Who's Jimmy?" It's a Jimi Hendrix shirt, and I was like, "Who's Jimmy?" And on the back, it has like his old tour dates from like back in the day, from when he went on tour. Anyway, I was like, little girl did not know who Jimi Hendrix was. I was like, "Oh, that's unfortunate." Speaking of music, shout out to my queen Mariah who dropped music today. Her and Ariana Grande. It's a cute little bop. It's a little upbeat dance number, whatnot. It's real cute. I mean, I put in the members only chat. It sounds like a mother and daughter singing because they have similar voices, so it does sound like a mother daughter type situation. But clearly, Mariah's vocals. I'm just saying. Once again, Mariah does a duet, and her vocals outshine the other person's. People get mad with me when I talk about her duet with Whitney Houston, When You Believe, and I have to remind them by that time Whitney's voice was gone. So and Mariah's voice wasn't what it was. Maybe Mariah's voice was in mid not it wasn't in mid decline, it was in the process of getting shredded because when they recorded When You Believe, I want to say it was 97 or 98, and that was around the time Mariah was still touring 6 days a week all over the world, 3 hour 2.5, 3 hour, sets, 6 days a week, singing full voice live, all with travel all over the world, and was doing that for years at that point. So her voice was in mid, being shredded apart. Whitney's voice had already, you know, taken a nosedive. But I'm sorry, Mariah killed Whitney in that. And I would have loved to, if they would have did a duet in 92, like around the Bodyguard time, then it would have been everything. Would have been everything. Everything. If they would have done a duet around the Bodyguard time, like 92, maybe 93 at the latest, we wouldn't have been ready. We wouldn't have been ready. But by the time they got to When You Believe, Whitney's voice had already declined. Um I don't think quite 94. Give me 90. Well, 94 would have been better for Mariah, not better necessarily for Whitney. Whitney's peak voice to me was around Bodyguard. That was Whitney's peak voice for me. Even though Whitney's voice was higher to me, well, I shouldn't say it was higher. It sounds lighter and higher, but she still was hitting the same notes. It's just her voice, Whitney's voice, that time, like 94, had more maturity to it, more thickness to it, more weight on it. So what's going on, bro? You sent me an IG win, because I ain't get it, bro. Hold on. Oh, you just sent it to me just now. Okay, I see it. Oh wow. I definitely have to we'll be watching that tonight. I got it, Fi. I got it. So I'll be watching that. We were just about to talk about him right now. Give me a second. Let me finish my Whitney Mariah, and then we'll talk about some Larry Reid in a little bit. Just a second. So but in 94, Whitney was like 31. 94, Whitney was 30, early 30s. So Whitney was getting into her grown woman voice, getting centered. You heard that thickness and maturity on Whitney's voice in 94, that maybe when you listen to her 85, 87, she had the voice sounded higher, but that was because she was younger and it didn't have that thick grown woman maturity on there. So she was still kind of hitting the notes in 94, but she sounds like she's lower when she's not. Mariah 92, 93 was still young. Mariah was still in her early 20s. Remember, Mariah in 93, 94 was 23, 24. So Mariah was Whitney's what, 7 years older than Mariah, right? So Mariah still had that young, woman voice. If you listen to the first two Mariah Carey albums, even you could even maybe even if you want to include Music Box in that, Mariah's voice sounds different than the Mariah you hear on Butterfly, Rainbow, or definitely by the time she gets to Charm Bracelet. But definitely Charm Bracelet, Mariah's voice was right there, centered. Charm Bracelet is probably Mariah's most slept on album. But if you go listen to Charm Bracelet, Mariah was right in her prime. Her voice was in its prime. She had a grown woman's voice. All parts of her voice were there. Mariah was in her bag on that goddamn Charm Bracelet. She can't give me enough. See, people say that pre-Bobby Christina was Whitney's prime. Of course, we know having a baby does change. A lot of women's voice changes after they have a baby. Physiologically, things change about a woman after she has a child, and so forth. So it does change some things. However, I would say my favorite Whitney songs are pre-Bobby Christina. I'm not gonna lie. My favorite song by Whitney is Didn't We Almost Have It All? Second only to Second one is probably Miracle. Yeah, Miracle was yeah, Miracle is my shit. Um, but yeah, to me, if there are two songs that really encapsulate Whitney when she was able to hit those high notes. Um, didn't we almost have it all? She's there. One of her greatest songs. Why? Because she has the string instrumentation. Good thing about Then We Almost Have It All is it starts off like a traditional R&B song with keyboard accompaniment and traditional 80s sound. Somewhere around the second verse, the stringed instruments get introduced into the song. Then you have like a combination of the keyboards and the string instruments. By the time you get to the bridge and the vamp, it's all strings, full orchestra, full voice, full throated Whitney singing high mezzo soprano edition of Whitney Houston up there in the stratosphere, blowing, holding notes, singing. Didn't We Almost Have It All as a classic. Now, All the Man is a very high song as well. And when you hear her sing All the Man in concert, she really does a lot with her voice. So All the Man is another one that, really she showcases her talent. Hey, Harold. Mariah, that's why I say if had it been done in 94, it probably would have been good, but if you remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think 94 was the year she took I think she took like a year off at one point. One of the reasons was she had a miscarriage. The other reason was I'm talking Whitney. She had a situation with her voice where that was like the second time she had some ripped vocal cords or something like that, and she couldn't sing, and she took off. She was on tour and she had to take off tour. I think that was 94, if I'm not mistaken. Um, My Heart Is Calling for the Preacher's Wife is your favorite Whitney song. I'm trying to remember what that song sounds like. I have to go back and listen to it. Glitter is You like Glitter more than Chopper? If you I don't see I'm not you were alive, Xavier, but you were and probably a baby at the time when Glitter came out, because of the meltdown on TRL that they said that Mariah had on TRL. um TRL, Total Request Live, MTV back in the day. They said she had this like mental breakdown. Really what happened is Mariah was suffering from exhaustion. The woman had been on tour for years and years and years, 6 days a week, singing 2.5, 3 hours. The woman, in the middle of all of that, shot a whole movie, did the whole soundtrack for the movie and everything. So the woman was suffering from extreme exhaustion. And but the Glitter album still was great album, but it did not get a lot of acclaim because of the meltdown, in the same way that the movie did not get a lot of acclaim. The movie was actually pretty good, but both did not got blasted by critics at that time. But Charm Bracelet is, yeah. Your favorite Whitney is My Love Is Your Love. Interesting. That was My Love Is Your Love is when Whitney's voice was already, like, her voice was gone. The voice that we knew was gone. And if you listen to My Love Is Your Love, they take stuff a whole step down musically. Like, it's like almost a third down from where she used to sing. And My Love Is Your Love album. Jonathan said, my favorite is all the songs on Whitney's first album. Listen, that first album was hitting. My favorite song on the first album is probably All at Once. Oh my God, it's something about All at Once. Something about when I hear All at Once. Mm, mm. That All at Once is my mm. Listen, that All at Once gets me every time, all at once, every time. I'm telling you, tell the story all the time. Whitney was one of those voices that I heard the first time. There's only a handful of singers who the first time I heard their voice, something in my body, brain, soul said, "What the hell is that?" Whitney was one of those people. Little ass little boy, run around the house. Grandma wasn't home. She went to go pick up my granddaddy from work. So my aunts, who were teenagers at the time, they were listening to. They changed the channel from the gospel station. Shout out to 1490 WMBM, AM 1490 in Miami, the gospel station back in the day. But they turned to WEDR 99 Jams. And so I remember the first time I heard a Whitney song on the radio, and it was How Will I Know? It was I remember clearly. It was How Will I Know? And those first three notes, there's a boy, is all I needed. From the first three notes, her singing There's a Boy and holding that boy, I listened and my whole head turned. I stopped. I said, "Oh," of course I didn't say "oh shit" because I had to be about what, 5 or 6. But I was like, "What? Who is that? What is that?" Like it immediately stopped me in my tracks and made me go, "Oh my God, who is that? I need to hear more of this." So for all of, and people used to give Whitney flack back in those days about not being black enough. I don't care if she was black, white, blue, or purple. I remember hearing that voice. And when I heard the goddamn voice, it stopped me in my track and made me go, "What in everything that is holy is this?" And you talking about somebody who came out of church. And so I knew that voice. I said, "Oh, that's a church voice." I knew that. I said, "That's somebody I heard at church." So that's why it hit different. It touched the soul. It said, it gave you that little umph. I said, "That's it right there." I was hooked from them. Mariah was another one. That damn Mariah. Mm. It was certainly Vision of Love. It was Vision of Love did get me. A Vision of Love is probably one of my least favorite Mariah songs, but it was Vision of Love that hooked me on Mariah. And to this day, Vision of Love is not one of my favorite Mariah songs because it's what got me hooked. And then I listened to all of the other stuff. I said, "Who is this girl?" And I fell in love with Anita Baker was another one like that for me. Anita, her voice is so different. So whenever I heard Anita, it just spoke to me. I was like, "Come on, Anita." Anyway, I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole with Mariah and Whitney. Mm. I was talking about Mariah and Ariana's song that came out. And yeah. Mariah debuted in 1990. She did. She did. Matter of fact, I remember when the first album came out, my voice had not changed yet. So I was still a soprano. I was still a soprano in the choir singing soprano. I remember I could hit all of the Mariah notes. I remember I could hit all of the notes, all of them. That first album, me and Mariah was one. I could hit every note, every whistle note, every high note. I could hit them all. Second album came, the the Emotions album came, and I started off being able to hit the notes somewhere. Maybe about a few months after that album came out. I remember vividly walking home from school. I was singing. I remember the first time my voice cracked. I was singing shit, what was I singing? It wasn't Emotions because I remember I said something's wrong and I went to singing Emotions after that. I, fast forwarded my cassette play. I think I still had, yeah, I had a cassette player at that point. I fast forwarded to Emotion. I think I was singing, was it Love Takes Time or I Don't Want to Cry? I think it was I Don't Want to Cry. I was singing. It was either Love Takes Time or I Don't Want to Cry. And I remember I cracked. And I tried to sing. I rewound the cassette. I played it again. I said, "What the hell is wrong?" I played it again, and I got to the same part and cracked. I said, "What the fuck is wrong with me?" I went to I remember I stopped, I went to the store, got something to drink. I said, oh, something wrong with my voice. So I went and got something like a soda or juice or something from the store. I said, I ain't gonna crack on my Mariah because if ask my family, they know I'm real serious about Mariah. Like you in my presence, you're not gonna miss a note, a run, a riff, or anything about Mariah, or we might be fighting. That's how I was back in the day. So I remember I went and got something to drink from the store because I said something wrong with my voice. Ooh. And I remember I went to go sing Emotions, and I knew I was finna hit this high note. I said, I'm about to hit this high note. And I went for it, and my voice said, I said, oh my God. So I went home and I said, Grandma, I need to go to the doctor. I said something is wrong. Because I remember I think I had to sing that Sunday. I think I had to sing that Sunday at church or something like that. I said, Grandma, something wrong. I need to go to the doctor or something like that. Mind you, we poor as hell. So for us, going to the doctor meant that you was knocking at death's door because they had the money to be paying for all of this doctor. Even though we was on like Medicaid or whatever at the time, baby, we was only going to the doctor if you was knocking at death's door, right? Listen, I told my grandma what was wrong. I said, Grandma, something wrong. She said, well, what's wrong, baby? I said, my voice, it just won't do what it's supposed to do. So she did, baby, mind you, my grandmother never really showed a lot of emotion. Like she never got really emotional about anything. Like you could have been dying. She was like, all right, baby, just calm down. It'll be all right. But she, when I said, okay, I said, are we gonna go to the doctor? She looked at me, you all right. I said, no, grandma. I said, what I did was I had to sing a song. So I started singing the song that I normally sing. And so I remember I had a high note and I tried to sing the song and I just couldn't do it. And my grandma just started laughing. I said, Grandma, this not funny. My grandma was laughing. I said, Grandma, this is not funny. I gotta go to the hospital. I gotta go to the doctor because I gotta sing on Sunday. No, Grandma, I gotta sing. Grandma said, baby, you fine. She said, now you may not never sing them notes again, but you fine. This is just what's gonna happen. I said, what are you talking about, Grandma? I gotta go to the hospital. I gotta go to the doctor. I gotta go to the doctor. Child. She said, I'll tell your granddaddy to talk to you. So granddaddy came home. Granddaddy said, your grandma talked to me. She told me to come talk to you. She saying, boy, you finna have a voice like mine. And that mortified me because my granddaddy had a deep voice. He did. I didn't want no deep voice like my grandfather. My granddaddy had one of them deep voices, just deep, deep, deep. I was like, what do you mean, granddaddy? I gotta sing on Sunday. What are you talking about? He said, well, son, it's so funny now, but I remember young me. Little El Teddy was just so mortified. I just remember young me saying, I gotta sing on Sunday. I need my voice. And my grandfather said, well, you gonna have to become a man. And men don't have them high voices like that. So you got to get a deep voice. I say, look at Michael Jackson. He grown. He got a high voice. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Listen, I started naming off all of the men that was in music that had high voices. I was like, because I got to sing on Sunday. My grandfather sat there and laughed at me. I tried to sing my little solo that I had to sing for my granddad. I say, see, I need to go to the doctor. He said, son, sit down, sit down. He said, listen, at your age, your voice start to change. I said, what do you mean my voice changed? Ain't nothing wrong with my voice. Why I got to change? Granddaddy, I didn't know what was going on. Nobody told me the whole phenomenon about your voice changing as a young man in puberty. I ain't know any of that, any of it. He said, it don't matter how you feel, it's gonna happen. It happened to all men, all boys when they your age, just like the girls, they have to get their period the first time. You got to get the deep voice, and your voice about to change. And he said, ain't nothing you could do about it. He said, I told your grandma she might as well call the people, tell them you ain't gonna sing on Sunday, and they're gonna have to change the song at choir rehearsal on Saturday. I was like, what? I remember I just went in my room, laid in the bed, and I boohoo cried for like the next hour. I just boohoo cried. I boohoo cried. I didn't even want to go to church on Sunday. I did not want to go to church on Sunday. Now my grandma told my choir director, said, listen, his voice changing. He can't, do the song. She said, just let him be in the choir. But she said, by no means do I want him doing no singing right now. My stupid behind over there, still standing over there with the sopranos, like I always did, because I always sang sopranos. I could always hit the note. Stupid me over there getting ready. We were singing another song besides my song, and I'm over there trying to sing the high note, and so the girl next to me was like, just shut up. Cause you need to hit your note. Cause if you grew up Kojic, listen, if you grew up Kojic, choir is everything. Music department is Kojic and the Kojic is the most important department. You don't mess up no song in the choir. Listen, you might get beat down. You mess up a song or hit or miss a note. Okay. So I tried to sing, and we were singing something, and we was modulating. The song modulated. So I was all right before we modulated it. Baby, when we got to that modulation, them notes was just not coming out. And thank you, Katrina. Yes, hit the like button. And the girl next to me was like, you just need to, what's wrong with you? You need to hit your note or shut up. And so I tried to hit it again, and she got louder. And she was so embarrassing. What is wrong with you? Why are you not hitting your notes? And so the choir director was like, don't do that. He's fine. You fine. So we went on a little break. Choir director called me over. Choir director said, listen, your grandma talked to me. Your grandma told me what's going on. You just sit over there. We don't need you to sing nothing. We just need you to go over there. You clap, you rock back and forward. But your grandma says she don't want you to sing nothing right now because your voice going through, your voice changing and all of that. And she don't want nothing bad to happen to your voice. So I goes over there and starts, doing like I was told. Stupid little girl sitting there. What was her name? Oh, I can't think of this girl name. Well, why is you not singing now? I ain't saying not to sing. You need to be able to just hit your notes, or you need to go over there to one of them other sections, because this is sopranos, and we hit notes in the soprano section. So either you sing or you go over there, because you're not going to be standing next to me and not singing. So the choir director said, baby, go to the back. And in the choir, let me help y'all out. Those people ain't never been in the choir. If you ain't never been in the choir, the last thing in the world is to be told to go to the back. You want to be on those first two rows. Baby, if you ain't on the front row or the second row, baby, you're a nobody. You just lost in the crowd. You lost in the shuffle, baby. We don't care about you. You could be got lost, drowned, or whatever. Baby, they don't care about you. You just go back there. Go in the back. Baby, they put her on the back row. She ain't bother me no more. Only reason I didn't cuss her out was because I couldn't. I was so embarrassed that I couldn't hit my notes. And so me drawing more attention, our choir was known for, if somebody's not hitting a note or somebody's called out for not hitting a note, our choir director would say, yeah, come on out. Sing your part by yourself. And you're going to have to get in front of everybody and sing your part by yourself. And if you can't hit the note, baby, you finna get drunk, or they finna tell you, sweetheart, just sit out this week. Just don't even get in the choir stand this week. Don't get in the choir robe. Don't come dressed to sing this week. You just gonna sit in the pews this week. Sit in the pews. That's how my choir was. They didn't fuck off, baby. They didn't play them games. Miss a note if you want to. You'll find yourself out of the choir. I'm a 10 and 9, Harold. Yes, I's a 10 and 9. Oh, I was so hurt. I think I was more upset that I could no longer sing with Mariah. Like, I used to have to take stuff an octave lower, which to me was like cheating. And I was so, I think that's what upset me the most. It would have been one thing if I never could sing up there with Mariah, so I never knew what it was like. But having been able to get up there, and then because of freaking puberty, I ceremoniously no longer can go up there with her. It just was so sad. What grade was I in? I think I was in like seventh grade or something. I think I'm matter of fact, I'm sure it was seventh grade. It was seventh grade. Mm, mm, mm. Little seventh grade L Teddy. I think I might have been like 4'5". I would listen. I didn't get over 5 feet until, excuse me, I didn't get over 5 feet until ninth grade. Yeah, I think it was ninth grade because when I left eighth grade, I was still like 4'11". So I think ninth grade, I got up to like 5'1" or 5'2" because I remember being real happy about being over 5 feet. Child, child. My growth spurt happened in between 10th. It literally happened over Christmas break between in 10th grade. When I left, went home for when we during thanks at when I was at Thanksgiving, I was still 5'2". It was 5'2" Thanksgiving. When I got back from Christmas break, I was 5'8". I was 5'8". And then I grew like one more inch, like 12th grade or something like that. But I remember I was 5'8". Because I remember when I got my I remember when I got my restricted driver's license, I put 5'2" on the paper. And then when I got my when I turned um um 16 in 10th grade, I got my regular driver's license, and you know you go to the DMV and they take your height, and I remember putting 5'8", and I remember my restrict said 5'2". I remember the bad days. I grew up Baptist, so on Sunday the youth had to sing. The Sunday would be women, men, the next, and adult all together. Then youth were up again when the month started over. Listen, we had the mass choir at my church. We had the mass choir. I was in the mass choir. I was in the mass choir from like, oh, I remember being in the mass choir. I was like 6 or 7 because I come from a singing family, so our whole family sing. Like our family, when we would have programs at the church, our family would just go up and do like just. We had groups within our family. We was like 2 or 3 groups just within the family, and then the family as a whole we would have our own choir as a family. That's how many. That's how big my family is. And then within the family, we had like 2 or 3 groups, gospel singing groups within the family. So I came from a singing family, so everybody in my family from as early as I can remember was in the choir. And so I remember being like 6, 7 in the choir, and our family was the only ones who had kids that age that were in the choir, because they knew we could hold our own and we could do all of the things that was required to do in the choir of our choir type. Like our choir had albums and stuff out, so if you couldn't cut the mustard, they was not playing them games with y'all. So I always remember being in the of course I was in the youth choir, um but I was in the regular mass choir. Hmm. Sure was. Because all of my other friends, they was just only in the youth choir, and me and my cousins, me and my brothers and my cousins, we were all in the mass choir. Hmm. Hell, I used to lead songs in the mass choir. Anyway, I don't know how we drifted down this road. We're here now. Whatever. I grew up. I hit my puberty in 8th or 9th grade, and have been 5, 6 ever since. That was 18. Child. Yeah, my voice changed first. Like 7th grade was the year all of this stuff. Puberty hit hard for me. 7th grade. 7th grade, my voice changed. 7th grade is when I had my first wet dream. 7th grade. I remember that. That was traumatic. I remember. I remember. Listen, ladies, y'all. just like ladies, maybe when you get your first period is traumatizing. As a little boy, if you have when you have your first wet dream, it's kind of traumatizing because you know you didn't pee in the bed, and so but it's sticky and nasty and just oh god, I remember waking up and getting the sheets like oh my god, I was so embarrassed, so embarrassed. I got the sheets and I remember I balled the sheets up, but I had to come up with a reason why I was washing the sheets. So I remember y'all laugh. This is a real true story. I remember I balled the sheet up. I took it in the bathroom with me and I threw up on the sheet. I, stuck my finger down my throat and threw up on the sheets in the bathroom. And so that was my justification. I told my grandma, I said, I ain't something. My stomach was hurting last night, so I threw up a little bit, and I couldn't get up. I told her I couldn't get up in enough time to go to the bathroom, knowing full well I did not throw up. I- And so I remember, um, this happened after my voice changed. So, I remember, they talked about wet dreams in sex ed. That was the only part. We never paid attention in sex ed class. Let's just be clear. Our asses used to just be passing notes, not paying attention. We were just goofing off. So that's how I missed the whole part about your voice changing because I never paid attention in sex ed class ever. So anyway, but I remember one time they talked about wet dreams, and that's how knew what that was. And I was embarrassed. I was like, oh God. So I remember going to the sex ed teacher and saying, how do you make the wet dreams stop? I remember asking, how do you make them stop? How do you make them stop? And he was like, your body just, it has to come out. It's just a part of your body is coming out. So I just was nervous about it. So then I remember there was this guy on the block, in the neighborhood. And so he was joking with the other drug dealers and whatnot. He was like, yeah, he's like, yeah, nigga, your ass probably ain't getting shit. You probably still having wet dreams and shit, waking up your bed all sticky and stuff. And everybody laughed and stuff like that. But I remember when he talked about that, I took him to the side. I remember I asked him, I said, man, how you get rid of that? How you make it, I had one of those and I don't want to have now. I don't want nobody laughing at me. He started laughing. And I was like, man, come on, BC, I need help. And so I remember he told me, he said, listen, he told me, he said, you gotta just jack that shit off, man, stroke it out. And I didn't even know what masturbating was at the time. And so he didn't like give me like pull it out and show me, but he was like, listen, go get you some Vaseline or this was back in the day. He said, or your grandma keeps some Crisco, get a little bit of that Crisco, and you go in the bathroom like you got to, like you got to take a shit, but you sit on the toilet and you just rub your shit. And after a while, it's gonna feel good, and the white stuff gonna come out, and then you ain't gonna have no more wet dreams. You're gonna have to wipe it all up, take a shower, but it's gonna come out. I said, okay. Mm, was that my sky? I guess I had a bunch of skies. I guess you call it. It was a bunch of. I will say the drug dealers in my neighborhood, they were very protective of me or any of us that looked like we had promise or we looked like we was going to do something besides do drugs. um they were always protective of us. So even if we tried to do the wrong thing, they would look at it and be like, nah. They'd be like, nah, Jit, going over there, this ain't your thing. And so they knew who was about that life, and they were like, nah, Jit, this ain't your thing. And so they were very protective of me, I should say. And they wouldn't let me. The teacher, no, not the teacher. Listen, you got to get it how you live. Listen, you got to lotion, Vaseline. Lotion is never good because lotion dries out too quick. So lotion, shit, you give yourself Indian burn fucking around with lotion. I'm supposed to be talking about Larry Reed. All right, Larry Reed. Let me get back on topic. Focus. This is why it's always dangerous for my ass to come up here with nothing to talk about, because I will be over here and we would just go down these fucking rabbit holes and just be stuck here. Oh, I forgot. Let me drop the link just in case somebody wanted to come up. Who said that to you? One of the drug dealers on the street. This is for a members only live. Oh, should I turn this into members only? This is not. I could tell. Now y'all know on the members only live, I would tell some real good stories on the members only live. This is real PG-13 compared to the members only live. You know, the members only live, we name names. We give real details on the members only live. Oh God. Shout out to the members. We gonna have a members only live before the end of the month. Do I think I'm not doing this with you? I'm not doing this with Xavier. Hey, Catherine. So let me say this. So one of the clips on the video that Buddha played is a clip where Larry's, being Larry and talking about, oh, well, do you see what I am, who I am? I got all kinds of beautiful women and beautiful men all around me all the time, and da 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 da, so forth and so on. And in my mind, I said to myself, self, let me take a swig before I finish this. Self, self, oh, self. Oh, self. You could come up here, Harold, and drop this tea on us, Harold. You could come up here and give us the tea, Harold. Don't hold out on no tea. Harold, you older people, this tea, you better bring your ass up here. Click the fucking link and give us this good tea, Harold. Anyway, I said self. Does he not have mirrors in his house? Or am I just being too mean? Because in my mind, I was like, bruh. You ain't the cutest thing in the world, Larry Reed. I'm just gonna be honest. Hey, Chef Don Don. Now you over here on this video, Larry Reed, talking about, oh, you see all of these beautiful men and all of these beautiful women around me, and you think I go for all of these people, dot dot dot. And in my mind, I'm like, you do have mirrors in your house, don't you, Larry? Because Larry, you're not the cutest thing in the world. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not saying the man ugly, but I ain't say the way he was on that video talking, man, you would have thought he was like the finest thing in the world. And I'm looking like, is bruh for real? Am I wrong? Am I off? Am I the only one that was thinking that? Am I the only one who also was thinking you do realize that these people are only you do realize that these people are only fixated and hanging around you because of what you can do for them and or the money that you're breaking them off. Bruh, you ain't cute. Am I wrong? Y'all supposed to be here to help me. Y'all supposed to be here. Chef Don Don. Chef Don Don. Hit the damn link. Because I need you, Chef Don Don, to tell me, am I wrong? Because sometimes I be looking at this shit wrong. Sometimes L Teddy 27 just get the shit wrong. And I just be saying shit and I be all wrong. And y'all supposed to come up here and correct me. But in my brain, every time I've seen Larry Reed and I click on his videos, I'll be honest, I don't click on a whole lot of Larry Reed. I just don't. But if somebody says, oh, Larry Reed talking about something and it's something I'm interested in, I'll go over there and watch. But never in my mind, never in my wildest fantasies, and am I going, ooh, look at Larry Reed. Oh, he's so sexy. Oh, that's something I want to get with. I don't know. Maybe the man built like a tripod or something. Maybe he got big junk or something. I don't know. But I would venture to guess that it's the money or the influence and power that the people are over there for. Baby, they're not over there. let me finish. Let me drink my drink. Y'all just over there laughing and shit. Y'all ain't trying to help me out over here. Help me out, please, Chef Don Don. I don't care if you is in this good stove. I need you to help me out. God, Lord. Now, Larry, and and we've seen these type of people before. We've seen the type that they ain't all that cute, but they got a whole lot of power and influence, and then they be working, and then they want to be a strict top and be like, yeah, I'm fucking everything, because it's all about the power for them. And some of them, I'm not saying this is Larry Reed's case, I'm just saying some of them had a nerve to be, phallically challenged. Well, they ain't even got a whole lot going on. They had like 3.75 inches, and then they be talking about, yeah, because I'm finna fuck the shit out of you, and yeah, and in the people mind, they like, bro, I'm really just here to get this money. Hurry up and get this over with so you can get up off me and I can get this good money. Now they gonna laugh in your face. They gonna kiki ha ha. They gonna go on all of the excursions with you. Oh, you pay? Okay, I'll be right there. Oh, we going to dinner? Okay, I'll be right there. But girl, you just not gonna sit there and let me believe. And that was the one thing when Buddha talked that I was in my mind. I was like, Buddha, now Buddha girl booty. Buddha. I called him booty, didn't I? I meant Buddha. Buddha girl Buddha. Not that they are face challenged and body challenged as well. I'm not doing this with you, Catherine. But I was like, Buddha, you do realize, Buddha, that you are admitting to being in this long-term relationship with Larry Reed. He ain't that cute, girl. I don't. Harold, what you got for us, girl? Hey, Harold.
Hey, how you doing?
Mm,
So, this evening or this afternoon, I
mm-hmm.
was, you know, I was perusing through the YouTube streets or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and I stumbled across Mr. Craig the Writer Stewart. So,
Uh-huh.
while I was doing what I needed to do or whatever, I was listening to the conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
interestingly enough, he dropped a tidbit that I did not know. The
Oh.
Mr. V. Terrell Hill that made the video yesterday about Mr. Larry. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that was the same. I didn't know that was Vincent who used to work with T.S. Madison.
Right. Now that I knew he worked with T.S. Madison. I didn't know he worked with T.S. Madison. He left Larry Reed, from what I remember, to go to T.S. Madison.
See, I didn't know that. I was like, wow. And in that video today,
Mm-hmm.
Craig was dropping. He was dropping a whole lot of information in that video. I was like, why are you talking about this publicly?
Well, what
He
did he
said that
drop publicly since it's out there in the public?
his he said that Laurie used to be over there trying to flirt with the men's.
That Larry used to be flirting with the man?
Yeah, over there, him and the other men that used to frequent T.S. Madison's house.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
see. I didn't know any of that. How do you know it? And I didn't
well, that I've known. That I knew back then. But see, I didn't know his name was Buddha. I just knew Vincent. You know what I'm saying?
know.
I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So when I saw the video, I associated him because I remember seeing him with T.S. Madison. I associated him with T.S. Madison before I associated him with Larry Reed. And so for me, but in Larry Reed's defense, Larry Reed has been open about you know um having a key card down to the Rainbow Coalition compound. He's been very open about that. Was he trying to get with David? David just got engaged. I think on
Yeah, I
Valentine's
saw
Day.
that.
He just got engaged. The guy he been with proposed to him on Valentine's Day, and he said yes. I don't know, Chef Don Don, if he fell out with T.S. Madison, because I don't think he's with T.S. Madison no more, is he?
No, when she brought Mo in after Vincent, so I don't know if they left on bad terms or what.
Mm. No,
But I was just sitting
Xavier.
there.
Xavier, I have to correct that. I have heard Larry Reed on many occasions saying, whoever he decide to sleep with, whether it's man or woman or whatever, ain't nobody gonna make him feel bad. So I will say that I've always known about him. He has been open about that. I've heard him say that
And
on
see,
his
I know
platform
I remember him
a
saying
few
that he's
times.
tried it in the past.
But to me, he would try to make it as if that ain't really his thing. You know how people be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I tried it, or it's just something I did, but I'm just really into women. Sure.
And Mr. Vincent said he got a whole harem.
Right. You got a whole hair. Now, I think and I know Xavier said he felt like Larry didn't do nothing wrong. And in a court of there, I don't think there's not well, we're gonna put the little Levante or whatever the man name that they alleged was underage, and maybe Larry had inappropriate stuff. We're gonna put that to the side because I don't know
Mm-hmm.
nothing about that. I'm not gonna even get into those allegations because that's not I don't have any way of substantiating those allegations. I don't even want to put that out there. And the reason I'm not going down that road is I don't want I don't want people I don't. Too many times people when things come out about people being gay or bisexual, they automatically try to attach some amounts of pedophilia or some amounts of doing
Mm-hmm.
things with underage people that I just don't like, and so I just don't want to even wrap my brain around that or wrap my hands or even go down that road until we get real, tangible evidence. And even a guy, Vincent said he he doesn't have any real evidence of that. No
Right.
tangible, concrete evidence of that. So I'm not gonna go
Right.
down that road. But so he hasn't done anything criminal, but that's in the same way that TD Jakes hasn't technically done anything criminal yet either.
Right. I think what
So
it is, people are having an issue with the fact that he's being a hypocrite in a
right,
sense.
this is all moral. This is all moral ineptitude, I should say, because you going around here talking about you in the ministry, you a pastor and prophet and all this, that, and the third. And I don't know that
You
the
can't
world
throw
of
stones. You can't throw stones in a
right,
neighbor's
because you
house.
out here talking about TD Jakes and you admitting, I mean, Vincent played the video. You're admitting to having your cousin go and marry a dude, have a contract, in your words, contractual marriage to a dude just to cover up the fact that y'all, blowing each other's backs out. So if you wanted to cover it up, clearly you thought it was an issue too.
So Lord, have mercy, Jesus, on this good day.
Do I think this will damage his reputation in the gospel environment? Absolutely. Now, I venture to say Larry Reed was
Hold on,
already
I
an
can't see the
outcast in
chat.
the gospel. In the church community, Larry Reed was already kind of an outcast in the same way William McCray is an outcast. I don't think it's going to stop their bag or stop them doing what they currently do because I don't think that the church thought highly of Larry Reed already. I mean, you got a lot of them in that area. You got the King Jives, William McCray, Larry Reed. These are people who frequent that church sector, and the church already doesn't look highly upon them, already looks down on them. They aren't highly esteemed. They are marketable in that they can make money for the salaciousness that they report on and for them, putting the tea out there. And so there's a market for that and people wanting to know. And those same people who castigate them are the very same people going over there to listen to the tea and see what they got to say about certain things. But in terms of him going down in the estimation or reputation of the gospel or the church community, I don't know that he'll be any less received than he was before.
Hmm. Now see, well, no, well, I guess I can't say that I didn't know that he wasn't as received in the community because I didn't follow him much prior to this, but I can't imagine that. He goes like he does his show when he does his show, and he speaks this way about these people. Like I said, it makes him look like a hypocrite. So I can't imagine that they'll receive him any more any more than what they already did.
I mean, if anybody is equipped to handle this, I guess one would say it's him, because Larry Reed is no stranger to scandal. He's had scandals for years now. Larry Reed is one that has had scandals. Hey, Darren Boo.
What's up? What's up? What's going on?
Yeah,
Hey, how's
Larry
it
Reed has
going?
had scandals after scandals after
Man,
scandals before. So, but to me, the things that are most problematic is that contractual marriage situation. I was like, oh, girl. Now I do want the Latrice lady. I'm with you, Xavier. I want her to come up here. Girl, tell us about what happened. Well, what did he say to you? Well, did you get anything out of it? Did you get your cooch licked? Did they finger you? Did you get a finger banged? Did you get anything out of it, Latrice? Girl, what did you get out of it?
What?
mhm.
Because he got this woman, his cousin, marrying these dudes so he could
Oh
continue to
yeah,
get his back blown out, or he could buy them
what
or
was the guy
blow
named
their backs
Shamako?
out. Hmm?
She's the one that was married to Shamako, wasn't she?
Yep. But apparently there were two contractual marriages that he had her do.
Mm, girl.
I want to know how much the check was in order for how much it
I'm
was.
sure. Well, they say Larry Reed got a nice piece of change. Now he got a lot of coins. So he got coins to throw around. And if there's coins to be thrown around, the people will catch them. I'm just saying. Who was that pastor or prophet or whoever that was that they had that they said that went out of town and they showed the video of him getting naked in the hotel room and stuff?
I don't know. But I do remember. I'm like, what? I don't know.
Because the pastor was acting like he was ready to get fucked.
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
was.
oh.
He was.
Oh my
He
God.
was.
Okay, girl. What I done got
He was butt
into?
naked.
Oh, Darren, you haven't been brought up to speed on the Larry Reed saga over the last 24 to 48 hours?
No, what is going on? Fill me in.
Oh, hey, Philip, Chef
Ooh.
Don Don. See, Chef Don Don, this is why you supposed to bring your ass up here, Chef Don Don. Get up out this stove and get up on this good live, Chef Don Don. Stop playing with us.
Yeah, because Don Don is more in the church sector than I am.
Oh,
So
But
I
the,
don't know.
the church scene. Oh Lord, yeah.
but see what blew me was in the first 3 minutes when he talked about as many times as I done come in your ass, my spirit is up in you. I was like, wait. Can I get past the first 2.5 minutes
My
before
mouth
we
dropped
talk
when he tell
about
you that.
people coming inside of each other's booty shoots and booty holes and shit? I was like, oh,
Okay.
now my only issue with the Vincent person is he drug a lot of people out. Like he was
Yeah,
naming
he did.
names and
He
dropping
did.
pictures and saying, I was like, oh,
At the very least, I think I
oh,
would have protected those people's identity. At the
oh.
very least.
Remember the man, he showed the man nudes and like blocked out the man junk, but then was like, oh, you know your body, and I know your wife know your body too, so you know it's you, because it didn't have the person's face, but it had like their torso and they pelvic area. Remember, it was like a side profile picture. You could see they was naked and you could see their dick was out, and he put the
Yeah.
little, he censored it or covered it and say like, I forgot who to do. Well, he was like, you know your body and you know this you, and I was like, oh, and he named the man name. And he kept on kind of apologizing, like, well, I'm sorry to so and so, but bam. I was like, bitch,
I was just I was just at a loss of words the
girl.
whole video. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious.
Mm.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You gotta send Darren the link so he can see it. It's like a 40-minute video.
It's like
It's
45 minutes there.
Yeah. Somebody sent it to me because I want to know what's going on, child. Because what?
Yeah, we'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 45 minutes. It's yeah. But
But wait a minute. I don't mean to take over your live or anything like that. But like, what I texted you earlier about Mariah getting on Ariana Grande song. Okay, she had.
Ar- uh, Ariana should be pleased that my queen came on there and schooled her on
Not school.
how to sing. Hey, Chef Don Don.
What up, dude? What up,
What's up,
dude?
Don?
What up, dude? What up, dude? What up? What's up, Dan?
Hey,
What's going on, boo?
Nothing. I'm just, there's another video coming out tonight from Vincent as
From
well.
who?
Apparently, William McCray done talked about it too. There's a William McCray video.
I
Oh,
saw his post on Facebook, but Vincent is going live again tonight because he titled it "Why Now." I guess he's supposed to be addressing why he's doing it now. But yeah, this is I say this is going to be a never-ending situation for the rest of the month.
it is very much so.
The
It's
people gonna
definitely
eat for the
going into
rest
the
of the month.
weekend at the very least.
For the rest of the month.
Well,
I
well,
have seen pages that I have never heard of. This is new people coming out. People are
Right.
creating.
but
People are
Larry Reed is
creating
pretty
channels to
popular.
talk
Let's be
about Larry
clear.
Reid.
Larry Reed is already pretty popular. The TD Jakes thing made him even more popular with the Manasseh
Yeah.
Jordan and everything. TD Jakes situation. So he was already pretty popular and is even more popular. So my thing about it is I'm just like, well,
Well, like
you
they say,
know,
everybody cannot be lying.
everybody got a turn.
okay.
Everybody's gonna have a turn. And so, like that video, when I watched the video yesterday, it had less than 2,000 views. The video is at 38,000 at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna get some more views. Um, I I am not surprised, but the one I need you to chill out. But the one thing that I do not like is I did not like him exposing other people, such as Philip and other people that didn't deserve those strays, because they
I
gotta
send it to you,
explain that
Darren.
stuff now.
Okay, yeah. Let me
And to
get.
me, it just wasn't called for to do that.
Yeah, you said that this morning.
Like it was a whole lot of it. It was like I know about 4 or 5 people that just got drug into this and probably woke up yesterday morning like, wait the fuck, how did we get here? Why am I in this? Why do I have anything to do with this? What
I
did
couldn't
Shamako do to
imagine
him?
how
Because,
Philip felt because let's just be real.
is that the one that's the prophet or pastor?
Yes, because let's just be real. We could come up with all kind of theories of how that night might have ended. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? It left it up for interpretation that I felt like didn't need to be. Like, why do we have to drag him in there? Because if he really was not a part of you and Larry's story, he really
Baby,
wasn't.
he showed the whole
He
video. The
sat that
man
man's
drunk
whole
as
news channel.
hell,
Yes,
stumbling
and when
into
he
the
posted the
hotel room.
picture before he posted the video, I was like, oh hell, where are we going with this? Like, why are we not blurring these people's faces out if you were trying to create a point in which you're proving something about Larry? You should have blurred them people out respectfully and not posted no whole picture of them. Just my opinion.
Baby, listen, like I said yesterday, Mama went scorched earth. She channeled her Cersei Lannister and said, "Oh, girls think, oh, girls think they know how to do this and come out with receipts." That is a clinic on how the fuck you come out, you do a video and said, "Don't ask me for receipts. I'm providing them to you up front. There'll be no
Because
questioning my receipts."
today Craig did say Vincent is the one who taught them how to use StreamYard.
Mm.
So he he absolutely knew how to set it up and how to present it. But like Don Don said, at the very least, I would have protected those people's identity.
So my question is, what was the catalyst that got us to this point? What was the moment of exigence? There's our word for the day, exigence. What was the moment of
I guess we'll find that out tonight.
exigence that got you to the point where you said, fuck this, I'm finna put a whole 45-minute video out. It's going to be edited. It's going to have tons of receipts and everything. Like, what got you to this point? Because that took some editing. I don't care how great of an editor you are. You had to go and pull receipts, pull audio, pull all of this stuff, edit it together, put the videos out there, put the you know, pictures and stuff, go down this timeline. He seemed to have a script where it was all written out. He seemed to me to have the 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 tone, the cadence, as if he was trying to, be at a pulpit, as if he was trying to preach. If you listen to his intonation, the inflection in his voice, the cadence with which he delivered it, it came off sermon-esque to me, as if he was trying to, preach to the people. I don't know. How does he expect to land another job with somebody if this is what he's doing? I say that all the time. I said that recently about, Monique. Like, how do you expect people to want to work with you if everybody you've worked with, you out here dragging them for everything they're worth?
And recording conversations and taking pictures and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did say that. I don't
Posting
want a
messages
friend
and
like that.
shit.
I don't want a friend like that. And if you plan on going over there talking to TK, like the people say you plan on doing, um,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Which that would be a
I
whole
can't rock
fool if
with
you
you.
do that.
I would
Oh, he's
He
never
planning on
do.
going to Tasha K.
That's what
That's
they're
what the word
saying.
on the curb is allegedly.
Oh, girl, she
And
gonna love that shit.
You know,
for
Tasha do
me,
anything, child. She'll get anybody on.
for me, um, yeah, that's when things I feel like will go completely sour at that point.
Now, in
Yeah.
his defense, let's think about who we're dealing with too, because Larry is very arrogant. Larry is very, bitch. Do you know who I am? That's what he gives off. So Larry also gives me that, you try to go to him and say, bruh, da 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 da. He gonna be like, fuck you. I ain't gotta do shit. Kiss my ass. You know who the fuck I am? Like, he gives off the do you know who I am guy. And there's no talking to them. So once you get to that point, what am I supposed to do? Okay, well, that's how you feel. All right. Because I feel like, at least I would hope, I feel like there had to be some kind of exchange or something that got you to the point of no return where you said, fuck it, we gonna burn the whole city down. We burning everything down. We going fucking scorched earth. We're naming names. We're showing the bodies. We're showing where the bodies are buried. We don't give a goddamn no more. Fuck it. Because you always got to think Larry does have money. He probably has attorneys on retainer and things like that. So you have to, be prepared for, okay, what does this mean for me, even legally?
Mm-hmm.
Because there was the
I'm sure he
implication
thought
or
about that too.
allegation of him, doing things with minors.
Oh,
I will say I feel like I feel like I'm here for Vincent doing what he did, right? I'm not here for, well, let me say that. Let me take that back. I have to side eye you because I'm wondering if we're gonna keep it real. You knew Larry was doing this stuff when things were being paid for, such as 5-star hotels, such as
Mm-hmm.
rental cars,
Yes.
etc. Whatever was going on, you were okay with it. I always have to question that a little bit in my head if we're being realistic, because it wasn't a problem then. But then now it has become an issue, and we're speaking about now. Here's what I will say. What I'm gathering is that maybe Larry missed paying him some money. The agreement that they may have came up with did not go through completely, because I'm like you. Why? Like, what happened that would make you drum up all this? Because you have to be sincerely hurt to have these type of receipts. I'm just saying.
And
So
then
yeah,
you
I'm with you.
saved a lot of these receipts that you've been saved. You knew. I mean, I guess if you work with Larry Reed, you know your friend. So I guess you knew, yeah, that day is coming. Let me just be prepared. When that day comes, I'm ready. And so, like
Well,
I'm not that type of person. I don't have, banked recordings and banked text messages.
me
Hell,
either.
I'm limited to the text messages in my phone right now. And even my phone right now, it's only going back a certain amount of time. After that, the shit is
Mine
gone.
delete after 3 months.
Like, so I guess I'm the person that you should probably do shit to, because I ain't got no receipts to, verify anything, because I don't do that, especially with friends of mine. If you're a friend of mine, I'm not doing that. And even on Mad Day, if we're friends, I'm going to call you. Let me tell you something. You better talk to me, because hey, what the fuck is going on? We can have a conversation over the phone.
Don't set me out
Now,
like that.
now, hear me out. Hear me out. I will admit there was a time, but this person had decided that they didn't want to be my friend anymore, and I was okay with that. Um, the time that I drug Conscience TV, and in the midst of me dragging Conscious TV, I I found out that Captivating Christian had been talking to Conscious TV about me, and they have been referencing me. And then Conscious TV put out there that um that I liked Captivating Christian, and I was jealous that Captivating Christian chose him over me. Mind you, at the time, I had a whole ass boyfriend at the time. I had no dealings with Captivating Christian like that. And at that, when it came time, when I drug Conscious TV, and I knew that Captivating Christian had a part in it, he was lumped in. I'm sorry. And his whole business got put out there. Yeah, the bitch is handicapped. Yeah, the bitch can't walk straight. Yeah, that bitch legs is deformed. And God said no to him. God thought he was just a fucked up ass individual too, and decided he shouldn't be normal either. That was these things happen in the in the midst of a
Oh
so I kind of understand Vincent sometimes when you in that moment, and if me and these girls ain't friends like that no more, and girl, when I'm going scorched earth, sometimes in the scorching of the earth there is some collateral damage. I do try to minimize the collateral damage. That's the only time I can remember when I had to drag somebody else got drugged into it. But the only reason that person got drugged into it, because I know that there was a direct tie to that person reference to Conscious TV referencing me, because y'all were over there discussing me. And that's why they got drugged in. So everybody
Wait,
had to get
y'all
drugged.
y'all had a friendship?
Who?
You and CTV?
Me and no. Me and Captivating Christian were friends. And when Conscious TV
Oh,
decided that he was going to drag me, that all happened because him and Captivating Christian had been talking. That I don't know if they were talking romantically, because he alluded to that. It was like, yeah, you mad because Captivating Christian chose me over you, and I was like, I didn't want him to. I had a whole ass boyfriend. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, he tried to drag me into some shit from like a year earlier that I couldn't even fucking remember. Child.
well,
Not
Lord,
that
I don't know
Tracy
nothing about
said,
that.
I'm not doing this with Tracy. I'm not doing this with her. I'm not doing this with her.
not the man with the deformed
All right,
leg,
Tracy.
like a wobbly table. Oh my god! Wait, who you
Like,
said?
he
Who
was
was?
friends with all of us at one point. We were
Wait,
all friends. We
who
were
is
all in the group
deformed?
chat.
I'm
We were
trying to.
all in the group chat. Me, him, Really B, Abby. We were all in the group chat together. We were all friends. And he threw us to the side and decided he didn't want no parts of us. I'm okay.
Uh,
All right.
well, you know when
Well,
they get big and following child. They try to.
He never got big.
Wait, who you talking about?
Captivating Christian. He never got big.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't even know who that is.
I thought you was talking about conscious
I've
You
never
don't
heard
need
of him.
to. You don't need to know. I mean, he'll send you a dick picture in his in your DMs if you want.
Oh no,
No, I'm good.
we good over here.
I
I'm
mean,
good.
how good is the stroke game if if you deformed? Shut up, L Teddy. Shut up.
Ooh,
This is why people are not
Bring it
nice to
back,
you.
L Teddy.
Because I'm
Bring it
trying to
back.
figure out how the stroke game goes, and you can't control one of your legs. Because I feel like you need your. Shut up, L Teddy.
L
Shut
You
up.
know,
This
if he
is
Teddy.
why
was
you
the top,
can't
I
have
mean, he could
nice
have been.
things.
You sure he's the top? I mean, he probably, you know.
But when you wobble your ass over there to my bed for me to blow your back out, I'm gonna feel bad if I go too hard because I don't know if it's hurting you enough a lot. But I mean, I guess it don't matter at that point because you already fucked up and flicked it and shit. So if I
L
do any
Teddy.
more damage, it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
L Teddy.
Okay. Child. Hope you don't reignite another beef, child.
Child. Look at Ida that came out the bush. Anyway, so Larry Reed, I heard deleted the video that he made in response
Oh.
or
He
took it
did.
down. But
And the
why?
post that he made.
Why do you think that is?
They said it
They
was a
said he
train
told his
wreck.
Patreon because his mentor told him to. But you didn't listen to your mentor when your mentor told you not to do it in the first place.
And he started the video saying he's not listening to his mentors. Didn't he start the response video saying, "Oh, well, um, Bishop Jordan, tried to tell me, and I talked to Manasseh, and they told me not to do it. But I don't care because they ain't say thus said the Lord, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And I feel like I fit. So that's how he started the video. But now all of a sudden, child, and I noticed
Now the link ain't private either, because it'll tell you if the link is private. It's gone. It says
it's
the
gone.
uploader deleted the video.
But Vince's video is still up. I ain't got to because that's what I was worried about. I was like, oh shit, let me make sure I watch this. I didn't
I
screen
mean, he could have
record it, but
downloaded
I
and put it in
said,
Patreon.
let me watch this before it go down because that's something that
You
happened.
know,
You
I bet he covered all bases before he posted that
somebody
video.
somebody will call you and say, baby, here's the cease and desist or whatever. So I said, girl, let me hurry up and watch this before it get taken down. And it's still up.
He strikes me as intelligent, so I think he covered all bases before he posted. And he's probably covered legally as well.
I'm not doing this with Tracy, y'all. I'm not doing this with Tracy. I'm not doing.
We,
I'm not doing this with Tracy.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Lord have mercy.
I'm not doing this with Tracy.
No. Tracy.
Tracy was there for that live when I had to drag Conscious and drag Captivating Christian out. Tracy was there in the fucking chat, egging me on.
But see, I hate that because CTV is my guy. I be over there in his chat. I
You
like
could
him.
have him. You could have him. I just listen. I was never a big CTV person because, as an English teacher, as an etymologist myself, as a manipulator of language, as someone who has command of the English language, it just bothers me when people come on screen and make the failed attempt at acting as if they have a way with words, acting as if they're a rhetorician, acting as if they're a real intellect, when those of us who are real intellects see right through it, poke holes through everything, and quietly laugh from the sidelines because you are a laughing stock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Child, we
Goodness.
done got Teddy started, child.
I
Yeah,
haven't even started. I'm just here making
Real activated.
observations. Just making observations.
bring it back.
Dial it back. Child.
I can't even see the chat.
Why not?
I don't know. Do I need to log into something?
No, you click chat.
It's,
It should
it's
either
the
say
I
tab.
private
don't
chat
see it.
or
It's not. I don't see it. It's not on my screen.
are you on your laptop or on your phone?
I'm on my phone now.
Okay, on your phone. I know how to do it on your phone. On your phone, it should be right next to the leave studio button. It should say what comments, I think. I know it's right next to leave studio. You see it?
I'm on the Safari app. The only thing I see is done and get StreamYard guest app, and then There's nothing. The only
Okay,
thing it
so
says that
on the screen, you don't see at the bottom where it says like mute, stop cam, and all of that.
no, it just says you're in the studio.
Wait, is it on the because I know now they making people get the app.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's on my screen. It
I don't
says
have a
get
StreamYard app.
StreamYard guest app.
Oh yeah, because now StreamYard for mobile uses, they have the app on iOS and Android. We had a person that had the same problem.
So
She couldn't
I can't comment or see anything unless I'm on the StreamYard guest app. I have to
yeah.
download that.
I feel like it shouldn't be that way.
No, because I remember that one time we was on live and we was trying to get what's her name, Essence on, and she couldn't even get on the link.
I'm
Like she
looking
had to
on my
download.
The only thing I see on the side is remove from stage, edit name and headline, edit audio avatar, and stop mic cam. I don't see anything about comment.
interesting. I don't even see StreamYard app in the Play Store.
You want
Interesting.
an iPhone or Android?
Android.
No,
See,
this
I
I'm
don't know about
on. I have an iPhone. It says I have to get the StreamYard guest
Oh,
app.
that's unfortunate.
that. Maybe for iPhone users, you have to get the app.
Harold, I'm just gonna put up there what Tracy said.
If it was an old Harold
See,
was
Tracy be Tracy be trying it.
oh
You really be trying. I thought you loved me.
You see what I got to deal with over here, Chef Don. Now you see what I got to deal with. This is why this is the corner. See, Chef Don, now you probably got a nice channel with nice, upstanding people, and
He
we over
does.
Yes.
here.
He really
We
does.
are
We are the
wholesome.
Good,
We not
good
when
church going
messy.
Christian folk.
when
You
people
know,
get sent to the corner. This is where they come to my chat. We are the corner culture. Hashtag corner culture.
We
Because
we
that's
yeah,
what
the
we
have
gonna
us
Don
some
be.
Dons
good
are
morning
very
worship
sweet
over there with done
people.
and everything. Refreshments,
I'm sweet.
fellowship.
So
Listen, we are the ones who be in the back of the balcony of the church doing all types of unsightly things. Because if you don't think stuff goes down in the church during church, you ain't never been to church. You sure ain't a part of Kojic. See, I grew up Kojic, so I know what it's like. I had to endure Sunshine Band Purity Class and YPWW. Oh, I had to endure the days of
my
UNAC.
Lord.
See, I go back to the days of UNAC. Some of these new girls don't know what even UNAC is. They know AIM and all of that.
I was
I
about to
go
say
back
I
to
don't
the
know
days of
nothing about
UNAC.
that.
Girl,
I don't know
I was
nothing
there
about that.
when infamous shoes were getting thrown by Mother Maddie Moss Clark, because I was alive when she was the international director of music. I was there, a part of the International Culture Choir at Holy Convocation. I was there back in the 90s. I remember all of them days. I'm just saying. Chef Don Tracy says that you are a liar from the pit of hell. I'm just saying that's Tracy, not me. It's Tracy.
Tracy, you are really on one today. What is going on?
That's
I
Tracy
have
being
no
Tracy.
clue. She been on foolishness. If yeah, but you on foolishness if you saying I'm lying. We
You know, Tracy been our reporter down to the Fonnie Willis trial. She been our
I
investigative
followed
reporter.
Fonnie today. Listen, today wasn't as bad as yesterday. Today was pretty tame. I watched all of the stuff today. Now, when that light skinned boy came up there, when the light skinned man came up there with that bun in his head, talking about, oh, I used to work for them, but I got my own law firm now. I looked at him like, bitch, and you got that nasty ass, nappy ass bun in your head and that raggedy ass bow tie. Who the fuck are you, defending? Because if you was my lawyer and I come in this courtroom looking suave and debonair, and bitch, you come in this fucker with a bun, I dare my attorney to talk about he's my attorney. You got a whole ass fucking bun in your head. Bitch, you attorney for who?
So was he hired by the other side, just like the other lady was?
Oh, the lady with the glasses with the gold chains?
Yes, yeah.
Girl. I was just like, girl.
And wasn't that a mill?
She was a mess. But you could tell she was disgruntled. If I'm a good lawyer, I could go ahead and poke holes all through her. Cause she talked about, yeah, she was mad. Have y'all talked since? No, we ain't talked since. I ain't heard from her since I got fired. When you got fired? March 2022. which is around the same time that they said the fucking people got together. Come on, girl.
That seemed like a plan. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like a plan to me. I heard her talking.
She
I
see,
was
I
like,
think that's where they got all the information from, probably from that lady. She probably was upset with Fonnie. She probably was mad as fuck and called them and said, "Girl, I got some tea for y'all. Y'all need this. Here you go. Here you go."
and they paid her a good piece of change when she got done.
Hmm. Right. There was sexual assault allegations and shit today. I was like, girl, what does this have to do with anything that we have going on? Like, I was like, how are we here? And the judge just let it go on. I was like, child, you just gonna let them say anything, huh? Just gonna let them say anything.
And
Child.
that is exactly why I didn't feel a way about her going off the way that she did yesterday.
I don't feel like she need to. I think she should listen to her attorney. She didn't need to go up there at all. She didn't need to go up there at all.
But
At
see, that
all.
that that that, that white lady was playing in her face though. She had to go up there and let her know what
White lady
time
gonna
it
play in
was.
her face regardless. Why? That's what she's supposed to do. She's a stupid ass white whore trying to defend her client. She
I
got
got
on
to
my
let this
nerves.
chick know what time it is. She playing in my face too hard.
She got on my nerves too, though. She did get on my nerves. Anyway, but yes, my girl Mariah, my queen Mariah, allowed Ariana Grande to get life off of her, and she did her collab with Ariana Grande. It was cute. It was a cute little, you know, upbeat dance little song.
It was a
Like I
good
said in the
enhancement
members
to
only
the
chat,
original.
I like when singers sing, whether
Hmm.
it's upbeat, whether it's a ballad, and they both was singing on there. Now, if you
Yeah.
listen, Mariah does, out sing, Ariana. She does sing her under the ground, but that's Mariah. That's what she does. You get on a duet with Mariah,
I mean,
girl.
Ariana was definitely keeping up though.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
let's
she was all right. She was all right.
come
She
on.
wasn't bad. She was all right. She did good. She wasn't
Not
bad. She
more than
was
just some
cute.
eye now. Come on now.
She was cute.
Is this the Yes and remix?
Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
the SM remix. No, because I had texted him early this morning because I just heard it, and I'm like, because I
Because
know
I had heard it when I first got up.
he and
My
Lamb, so
lamb.
I was like, oh yeah, Lamb did her big one child. Like, she did her big one child because this was actually, I mean, this was pretty good. I mean, I
It
give it
was
to Mariah.
it's a cute. So it's cute, but is
Yeah,
it a big one for Mariah? Mm,
I mean, I
yeah.
was listening to this shit all day, like for real. I was like, okay. I think because I just like the song. Like I love Yes and.
Like I said when we started, Mariah, you put her on a collab, girl, she's gonna give you everything you want. Ask Whitney Houston on When You Believe.
Okay.
Ask Joe on Make It Last Forever. Ask Boys to Men on One Sweet Day. Mariah understands the assignment when she sings with her. The only one who gave Mariah the business and shut her ass down and drug her and said, Mariah, do you know who the fuck I am? Bitch,
Nope.
stand the fuck down, is Patty. When they say that goddamn got to be real, Miss Patty came out and said, Mariah, you do realize that I am your auntie. I am the originator of shutting bitches down when they give me a mic. Patty got on that damn microphone and say, "Got to be real." And when they sing the high note in the middle, hey, 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 oh, what she say on that part, child. All I know is you heard all Patty. It's like they turned Mariah's mic off. I was so
Yeah.
embarrassed for my queen. I'm like, girl, it's like they just turned your mic off, Mariah. You could, girl, girl, girl,
What?
Mariah.
I think you gotta have to have a big voice for that song though. Like
Well,
Patty.
no. Anytime you give Patty a microphone, and this is
Mhm.
nowadays, you might could get away with out singing Patty, but Patty back in the day, ask Diana Ross. The last thing you ever want to do is give Patty LaBelle a microphone and say,
Oh,
"Sing with
Diana
me."
Ross barely be singing. No offense,
No,
to
they
the
did. I forgot what award show it was. I think it was American Music Award. It was some award show late 80s. And Diana Ross was up there singing and started inviting people, different artists from the crowd. It was the closing
Mhm.
number as they was closing out the show to
Oh
sing,
yeah, I
with
remember
her.
that.
So they ended
That
up, it was
was
like
the
a
that was the
hundred people
American
on
Music Award.
stage singing.
Mm-mm-mm.
Diana passing the microphone to everybody. You know, it's all cute. Everybody understands this Diana Ross. We don't want to her sing Diana on her song. Baby Diana Ross fucked around, gave that microphone to Patty. Let's just say she never gave that microphone back. Patty just said, fuck this shit. And sang her face off. Child. That's why she didn't care for Hate Retha, because she couldn't outdo. I don't
Now
know,
you
but
know, Hate
I
Retha
don't
was
know
not.
now. I think
Wait, did they
Patty,
really have a beef?
Patty
Did they
will
really?
out sing Hate Retha.
Did they
Patty
really?
and Hate Retha. It depends on what time period, because if you think Hate Retha, her voice started to decline in the 80s. That's when Hate Retha's voice started to decline. Patty in the 80s was still slaughtering bitches. Like in the 90s, even Patty was still slaughtering hoes. Patty's voice didn't start to decline to maybe about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, you started to really see
She
chinks in
she
armor.
sung she sung the hell out of that A Different World theme song though. Aretha did.
Nah, that that a different. That's not hate. Now, I don't really care for Hate Retha like that, but I hate Retha's voice. That A Different World is not the old Hate Retha from like the 60s and 70s, when that woman used to sing like, oh my God. Yeah, that was a whole different Hate Retha. It was a
Mm.
whole different. Mama used to
Is
sing down.
Montrez down there in the comments?
I don't know where Montre is at. You know, he be in and
I was
out,
about to
in and
say
out.
he
Hey,
that I was
Omar.
about to say he's our other musicologist of the group.
But yeah, hey, that's just like people sleep on Dion, but Dion had a voice like, no other. The things that Dion used to be able to do as well. Dion's voice started to fall off like late 80s. All of that smoking and shit. I think Hate Retha's voice started to go first. She was one of the earlier ones whose voice started to go. Her voice started to go like maybe early to mid 80s. The last time, like, what was that album that she had with Who Zooming Who, and we're going riding on the freeway? That was the first album you heard her and you was like, "Ooh." That was the first album where you was like, yeah, it's a difference in her voice. I forgot what album that was. Don't do Child, look at Child, please stop. Child, please stop. I gave Hate Retha her credit, but Hate Retha's voice. It was that album, the album with Pink Cadillac, Jimmy Lee, Jimmy Lee. That album with those songs on there. The last time I
My beautiful
remember
gowns.
hearing Hate Retha's voice, and I said, okay, I could still hear remnants when she sang the duet with George Michael. When she sang the duet with George Michael, her voice, you heard her say, okay, I could channel my old self. Um, that was
That's
a
my
good
birthday
one.
twin. George Michael is my birthday twin.
George Michael was underrated too as a singer too. White boy could sing now. George Michael could sing.
Mm.
Put
I
Shaka
don't
words on her. Nah, don't do that to Shaka. Shaka is got one of
know.
the best voices we've ever heard. Too. Don't now let's not disrespect
Now she,
Shaka.
she did
Shaka,
lose it though. She did lose it, child.
Shaka ain't lost it. Shaka can't just stop. Need to just have the
Shot.
right equilibrium of drugs and alcohol
I was about to say
before she
Shaka
get on
be high.
stage.
That's why she can't.
If you could get her that right, because I've seen Shaka recently at a concert where they've had that right equilibrium of alcohol, drugs, balance, sobriety balance, and Shaka can sing. Still, the voice is still intact. She can still do things, but she can't be completely sober, and she can't be too high or too drunk. She got to be right there. Knew You Were Waiting? That was the song I was thinking about with George Michael and Hate Retha. Knew You Were Waiting. But Shaka, listen, say what you want to say about Shaka. Shaka can sing, Mama can holler and sing. She is one of the greats. Yeah, child. But yeah, I hate to do that to Whitney, and I love Whitney, but yeah, Mariah out sang you on When You Believe. She did. She did. Sorry.
Well, yeah,
Is that just like on the album, CC and Whitney were the same, But remember, I think it was on the I think it was the Grammys in 96 or something like, or 97, when they did the whole thing with Waiting to Exhale, and they sang what's the song with CC and Whitney, oh god, off the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Shit. It's the song is in my, I can't think of the name of the goddamn song with CC and Whitney off Waiting to Exhale, and Whitney sounded a mess, and CC sang her under the water.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it was a mess. God, why I can't think of the name of this damn song. It's gonna come to me.
Somebody Google it, Lord.
Hold on, I got you. I got you. I got you. Let me Google it. CC and Whitney. They sang "Count on Me." Count on me. There you go. Count on me. Yeah, and
I know that.
because CC and Whitney used to have some epic battle. Like when they did "Hold Up the Light," when BB and CC did "Hold Up the Light," Whitney sang with them on that song, and so you could see clips of them singing that live. And CC and Whitney used to be battling it out on like "Hold Up the Light," but baby, by the time you got to 96, when that Grammy Award came on, Whitney had done smoked her voice out. It was the crack, the cigarettes, and everything.
I bet that
Maybe that voice
performance is
wasn't
on
there no more.
YouTube too. I need to look. I need to look for it later. I'm sure it's on
Look
YouTube.
up, look up. You could probably find easier. Hold Up the Light on Arsenio when Whitney sang with them. There's other performances too, but Whitney, because even Cece's voice was higher back then as well, and they used to be going at it, singing Hold Up the Light. That was Whitney pre Bobby Christina. That was Cece before she had her first child. And both of them was singing down, singing down. Child, I love a good duet, a good duet. Luther was good for a good duet. Luther used to do good duets. Didn't he do one with Beyonce Skank? Y'all's girl.
All right, hold on now.
Fuck her and
Don't
fuck her life. Now I'm trying to get this
don't
whore a
start.
compliment.
Don't you start.
Don't
I'm
you
trying
start.
to
No,
give this.
because no.
This is the shit that I'm talking about. I'm trying to give this whore a compliment, and y'all coming out at my throat.
Tread lightly, because
you
anybody came for
you-
lamb. Anybody came for your little lamb.
All right, we let you have your
Fucking
moment
whore.
with Mariah.
I didn't even say nothing. I said Beyonce Skank. Y'all know that's what I call that woman.
Shout
God.
to the queen. Okay, let's be very
It's
clear.
Beyonce, not Beyonce.
Now
It's Beyonce. Thank you.
he didn't they redo If This World Were Mine, because I remember, wasn't the original Luther and Cheryl Lynn? I believe the original If This World Were Mine was Luther and Cheryl Lynn.
I think
And then
so. Let me Google
they
it.
redid it with Luther and Beyonce Skank, right?
And they performed it at an award show. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Let me Google it. Hold on.
Now Luther sang with my girl Mariah, and Luther, being the queen that he is, with my queen Mariah, said, "I am not gonna be outdone by you, Mariah. Do you know who the fuck I am? I'm Luther fucking Vandross." And so they remade Endless Love, the Lionel Richie Diana Ross classic, and Luther and Mariah redid that. That was a good. I kind of like Luther and Mariah's better than I like Lionel Richie and Diana Ross's. I really do. I'm just saying. They did. Oh, it was The Closer I Get to You. Thank you, Green Girl. I knew somebody was going on. It was The Closer I Get to You. Thank you. I knew it was Luther and Beyonce. I think it singing something. Yeah, it was the now that I think about it, it was The Closer I Get to You. Hey, Wheezy F. Yeah, they did do that. Beyonce sounded good on that. I will give her that. I liked her on that. The voice was right there in the pocket on that. I really liked Beyonce on that. Sometimes Beyonce do too much, and when she try to oversing stuff, I just need to know her limits.
I
But
just don't never know what you talk about. I need examples.
Listen from Dreamgirls was oversang, and every time she sang it live, it's oversung. Sorry.
Now, see, LT, you just be up here just
Hey,
lying,
and
just
that's
to
what
be
I'm
lying.
saying. Because
I'm
listen,
not hating. No, 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 no. Let's dial it back. I like what their song. Beyonce can sing. I'm never gonna take the woman can sing, but on that, there are times she tries to do too much, and to me, on that song, listen. That's to me, that's an example of a song where she really tried to do too much. She didn't understand the assignment. What she thought was she could make that song bigger than the biggest song on that in that movie, on that soundtrack, and you're never going to have a moment that's bigger than um and I'm telling you. And I felt like, especially toward the first half of Listen is good. When she gets to the second half, it just she starts to try to over sing to me, and she tries to make it this big moment to rival, and I'm telling you, and it just never was going to do that. That song wasn't written for that. It could never be that, and it just does too much. So a lot of times, even when she tries to sing it live, she tries to do too much, and it misses the mark. I think if she dialed it back a little bit, it could be really good. The first half of the song is good, but when she gets to that second half of the song, is she just over sings it.
Okay,
Just being honest.
yeah, okay.
okay.
Y'all not gonna agree with me.
Listen.
It's
What happened, Chef Dog? What happened?
I was over here
What?
being nosy. They over here talking, pulling up these Georgia recording laws and stuff on this man.
Oh,
Lord, on Vincent.
Yeah.
on Benson. Well, where did he record
hmm
it at? Did he record it in Georgia?
They pulled up Georgia and South Carolina, baby.
See,
This is in both
I told
places.
y'all yesterday that LRLers, they really about to get out here windmilling because
Listen,
there's
you
too
know
many
they
people
out here
going live about it.
windmilling. But what I'm trying to
It's
say is, how are they any different from the people that be windmilling from the Potter's house? They look just like the Potter's
exactly.
house people that's windmilling for TD Jakes.
That is true. You can always have your people windmilling, but baby, yesterday you could make now comment up in Larry chat that was opposing because baby, it was gonna be gone in 2.5 seconds.
Mhm. But see, my thing about it is you have to know where you are. For example, I give people a lot of leeway in my own chat. Okay. You know, you can oppose me, but I guarantee you, I have hired snipers in the bushes that if you get too out of pocket, you're going to get sniped. And so if there's a day that's a hotbed day like what Larry Reed had probably yesterday on his live, all of his snipers was like, listen, y'all could just spell Larry Reed's name wrong and we sniping you. That you know, you expect that. So I wouldn't have even went over like if I had an issue with Larry Reed, I'd just be in the bush and just listening, like,
hmm
mm-hmm.
Because I'm
Because
telling you,
you
they
know
were
if you
out.
try
I
to
know
put something in
they
the
were
chat,
popping up in Really B's chat last night. I was like, shit,
child,
like
let them
she
hoes
couldn't
come
even
over
get her
here.
points across without them, trying to
But
combat what she
see,
was saying.
that's why you just got to sometimes even me, if I'm on a if when like Darren said, when you get cooking and when you get on a point, sometimes you can't watch the chat. If you on a point
Mm-mm.
like me, if I get
Mm-mm.
going, I
mhm.
can't look at the chat because if I look at the chat, it's going to distract me and take me off of what I need to be saying or what I need to be doing. And once you start to look at the chat and start, I don't have that kind of understanding. Mm-mm.
Nor did he really address anything. Like Larry talked in circles yesterday.
What was he gonna
You know
do?
what I told you this morning. I feel like he hopped on that live on impulse
Because he
because
wanted to get the numbers. That live, I'm telling you what that live was about. That live was about the numbers
Absolutely,
because
because when he got on the live, he said, "Why is it only
all,
1.3K people watching me?"
exactly that's
I mean,
all
oh
he wanted.
he that much of a he that
Yes,
arrogant.
yeah,
it's
he
about
kept
the
saying it
money
like at one point I
Oh
think he only
God.
had like he didn't even have 3K people in there. I don't think.
because
Um,
he knew because
he
see,
kept
I think
mentioning it though.
he overplayed his hand. He thought, oh, everybody talking about me. Oh, my shit for to have 4, 5, 6,000 people in here today to
The
watch
fact that
me.
you are more
And
worried
when he
about
went in there,
numbers.
and only
The
had
fact,
16. He didn't have any way to negate. There were real tangible receipts.
like
Tan-
that's what I'm saying. Like the
Real
fact that you
receipts.
care more, the fact that you care more about numbers than what was being
That
than
man,
the
listen,
He looking at
this
it
is
like, look, how am I gonna get a bag off of this?
exactly. But I think he overplayed his hand because he was surprised that that's this all I got in there. Because like you said, Chef Donna, that's the first thing he said. All I got is 1,600 people in here. Y'all need to hit the like button because he
wow. That's see,
knew.
I didn't watch it,
hmm He knew there was going to be. We had real. That man put out real evidence. Like you
and
got
there
to
was no way to
really
backpedal at all. You cannot
exactly. So
backpedal on it.
you had to either bring out your own evidence to negate what he said, or bring people up on the channel with you that he mentioned that we're going to talk about and negate what he said. And he didn't have any of that. So this at this point, it's just a money grab. You're just trying to pull numbers because he was certainly selling his on Patreon because he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it on my level 2 Patreon. It ain't even gonna be on the $12 one. It's gonna be on the
But
higher one. I don't know how much."
but it's $25
It
in.
was 25, 24, 25, something like that.
But
Yeah, and
even
then
with
he
that,
talked about
like
it's another level because even beyond that, it's the inner circle, whatever he called it. And those people I meet on
I
Zoom,
mean, what are you
and
gonna
they got an
say?
extra, huh?
What I mean, what is he gonna say? What else can you say? You
Baby, I
can't
don't
deny
know.
it.
I don't know.
Even your
It
even
was a
to
money
your
grab.
even to your close supporters, you can't deny it. It's in your face. It's in everybody's face.
From
We
what the
did
people
less
said, they
than
said it wasn't much different from what he said in the public on the Patreon. That's what the people said.
so if that's the case, then you
Yeah,
there was no
Tracy, it
way.
was his voice. It
And
was
here's
his
the
voice.
deal: we had Moochie references within the first 2.5 minutes when you talked about injecting your dick into someone's moochie and injecting
I
your
mean, in
spirit and sperm into their body.
He
now,
said his spirit
this
was
is
in him.
listen. I think people can do whatever they want to do, right? Do whatever you want to do. But what does that confirm? That confirms you even went raw, which then means stop playing with us because you try to sit up and act like it's like yucky to you. But if it was yucky to you, listen. I'm just saying, we're
But
not
then,
dumb.
but
That's the
then,
thing. We're not dumb.
but then, remember he even said, "I done." I done came up in you so many times, meaning, bruh, we do this on a regular, which was
Yes.
confirmation of everything Vincent said. Like it was right there within the first 3 minutes. So the one thing I'll say about Vincent, he put that thing out there strategically to let you know, yeah, bro, up front, yeah, this is real. I ain't fucking off. I was like, child, please stop saying you're missing the point, son. It wasn't about what he was going to say. It was what they were willing to pay. Well,
I'm thinking he's putting his integrity first versus worried about a bag. That
I mean, that's what one would think, right? But
right.
I mean, you know, I
But apparently not. So
yeah.
Jesus keep
I'm
me near
about
the cross.
mm, I think I did that on Tuesday. There was some spirit injections on Tuesday. Somebody got
oh God.
swallowed on Tuesday. That's why I went live. I apologize, y'all. I was supposed to be live Tuesday, and somebody's son had to get swallowed on Tuesday. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Oh, something else Larry said that he told on himself. He said just the other day in one of them lives that he liked for people to send him he liked nudes, and he said he go back and look at them, and he was like, if I don't know you, I don't jack off to them, but if I know you, I'll be like, dude, you talk too much for you
Because
not to
and
in your
Vincent did
business.
talk about that,
Yes.
how he liked him to clean up. Vincent talked about how he liked to have people clean up the house naked and stuff. Remember that?
Yep.
And Vincent talked about he was a voyeur and everything. Hey, Tanya Boo, child.
I mean,
Nah, this is
like he just really be sitting up here acting like everything is just so disgusting, and you doing all of that behind closed doors.
And I think that's the thing. If people would just be up, see, if somebody tried to lay me out and say, El Teddy did all of this nasty, disgusting, over the top stuff, my people will look at me like, and bitch, this is what the fuck he does. The fuck, do you not know who this is? Who we're talking about?
Like you said this morning, Dun. You cannot spray me with my own tea.
Right.
Yes, I did it. Yes.
Yeah, sure can. That's why I say now we living in 2024. Y'all trying to hide this as a secret and like people dumb and stupid and don't know what's going on. And then you get exposed like this.
And I don't even think it's even. I think people can get past the fact that you like getting your back blown out, or you blowing
It
people's
ain't even
backs
that. It
out,
ain't
or
even that. It's
whatever
just the
orgy.
hypocrisy
I
of the
think it's the
situation.
fact that the way you look at other people and the way you try to
Yeah,
castigate other people within the ministry, and you're supposed to be a ministry, and the way you try to talk down to people and make people feel bad and make have all cast all these aspersions on people as if they're horrible, in the sight of God and all of this stuff. And bruh,
but ain't that what
bro.
most Christians do?
Well, they say that's where the money is. That's how you make the money. That's what they say. I don't know. Mind you, I mean, there's more sex going on in churches than there is in brothels.
And apparently, it's a breeding ground for the LGBT.
Oh, I didn't mean straight brothels. I'm sorry, Harold. I didn't put that context on it. In gay brothels. I didn't mean straight brothels. I didn't. At least when they have sex with the women's is, in most cases they go to the women's house or bring the women's over their house. The sex inside of the edifice, inside of the walls of the church, yeah, most of that is,
Not according to Juanita Bynum.
child. Juanita Bynum is a whole ass whore. I'm just gonna call her what
Juanita
she
said the
is.
deacon. Juanita said the deacon goes over in the corner and have sex with the woman because the woman don't want no stockings, she don't want no panties, she don't want no bra, and she just be ready to give it
She would
up. That's
know.
what Juanita said.
What
She
you
would
just
know.
don't know,
Juanita
Juanita,
said.
is she may not have been born a woman, and you just don't know it. She got those stockings, a bra, and all of those things that you town about. But baby, she got a little something extra, a little son, extra, Juanita. So while you over there
So what
checking,
was what was she saying about the men with the tight pants on?
no, well that, well, first of all, Juanita,
Pick your
what is
leg
you
up and
looking for?
shout like a man. Yeah, that was. Listen, y'all know if y'all don't know nothing else about me, I would drag her
I
all the
can't
time.
stand
Right?
Juanita Bynum. I'm trying to control myself right now from dragging that whore,
I brought
girl.
her up, but she she pretty much was saying that we we shout in tight suits and she said open your leg up and shout like a man. Open your leg up and shout like a man.
I
What
don't
do
even
that
know what that
mean?
means.
What do that even mean?
Chef Don, you grew up Kojic with me. Is this what she said? Is this the method? I just want to show you. Is this how we should shout? Because I think this little boy has the example. I just want to know would Juanita Bynum approve of this?
After this, we gonna be all right. Josh! Josh Brown. Hey. Say after this, we gonna be all right. Wait, hold on, and live long.
Now the young man is being brought up in the church. is he being raised the right way? Because I just want to know, Juanita, is his
What does shouting
legs
like a man mean though? What does that mean?
is his
Well, I
legs
don't really
open
think
wide
he
enough?
opened up his leg like she said do. You know, I mean, she really honestly didn't give. See, what I would have said was,
Can
I
you
couldn't
show
take what
us?
you said seriously because you need to give us an example. I don't think it's hard for you to show us how we should be out
Being
here
Because
that you
you're a
are a
whole
bull
dyke,
dagger.
Juanita. You're a whole ass dyke. Let's just be clear. You're a whole
Being
ass
that you are a bull dagger,
dyke.
ma'am.
But you over here castigating people. Okay? You're a
Wait,
whole
wait. Somebody just said, don't stop acting like y'all. You don't know how to shout butch. Wait, what? I have never heard that before. Oh my
Wait. What they
Who
say?
said that? I can't see the comment.
god.
this is why we can't have nice things. This right here is exactly why we can't have nice things. Oh God.
What they say again? They said
Who
Juanita
said
know
I
how to
can't see?
shout butch. She do. Stop. Listen, Juanita does not give feminine energy. Let's just your voice ain't
At
even
all.
feminine, Juanita.
That's
Let's
why.
just be clear.
So if
You
anyone
sound
should
like
show
you
us how
over
to
there
sound like a man,
singing.
it would be you.
She over there singing "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming for to carry me home."
Very
That's
much
what
so in her
Juanita over
bare
there
white
singing.
bag.
That's what she's singing. But you over here telling somebody they got on tight pants and anything. What are you looking for, Juanita? You fucking whore. You don't even like dick. So what the fuck are you crotch watching for? What the fuck are you really crotch watching for?
Yeah, I do want to know what you watching us for.
Girl, you don't even
But
like dick, Juanita.
I guess so
Juanita is
she
a
can.
little
I guess so she'll know how
strange.
to
You know,
properly dress like a.
she almost ruined the man's life talking about panties. So, you know.
Panties. I'm gonna tell you what it was.
Lord.
I'm gonna tell you what the situation was. She didn't know that man was married. She thought that man might have been single, and she might have could have, got her a little something from him. Because every now and again, she like to get her back blown out too. And then when he popped up with his wife and said, "Hey, Juanita, hey, apostle, prophetess, bishop, I'd love to introduce you to my wife," that woman's whole face probably turned. And she said, "Oh, bitch, I got you. You were supposed to bring me in this hotel room by yourself and blow my back out. And you brought this bitch. At least bring her by herself so I can eat her box and put on my strap on and blow her back out." Because that's what she was afraid of. She was afraid of him finding that strap on that she probably had in her suitcase. I'm telling you what it was.
Baby, Pantygate was
Help
mess.
God, help.
Pantygate was a mess. They had the streets talking for a long time.
Didn't it? Hey, Therese. Just a mess.
Pantygate, well, at least I know on Facebook, Pantygate went on for a long time.
Panty gate, and that poor man and his wife had to come. Remember, they had to come and make a whole video to negate
Yeah.
everything.
That was sad though, because she could have ruined that man's life over some panties, y'all.
Just a mess. Just a mess. Child, not the strap on right under the pant. It was Tracy. It was. That's what she was mad about. The woman said they gonna find my strap on.
Now she wear like a belt, Tracy.
Not no shade. Somebody said they fell out when they said they put her clothes on the bed, but that's how they treat her. Like they treat her like she, you know, like she God, I guess, if you would, you know.
Child. Well, I need to go sit your ass the fuck down somewhere. Please.
Please.
Please sit the
Please
fuck
and thank
down somewhere. Y'all see, did she pay that woman his money yet? The woman from Jacksonville.
you. Not the woman. Yes, she did.
Thank you, Chopley. Chopley said, "Let the strap work. Strap on work."
Oh my God.
Ooh, y'all cutting up so bad in this chat. I can't
Not
even
let the
see it.
strap on work for you. Oh my God. Whoever that is crazy.
Not let that strap on work for you, dear God.
Speaking of that, okay,
Oh
I
God.
got a quick question. Is it not strange to sell a mask that would say, let that mask work for you versus a hoodie and a t shirt?
The fact that she's trying to make money off of, her, going in on somebody. That bitch is
Who, Kim
vile.
Burley?
That
I
bitch,
agree.
Kim
I just
Burrell, is
think
vile.
the marketing aspect of it is dumb. If you're going to try to market off of it, you would market off of a mask that says, let that mask work for you instead of a hoodie and a t shirt. You and your team are dumb.
I mean, this is Kim Burrell. We don't expect, any amount of intelligence from her. Thank you so much, child. Please, thank you for your thank you for your super chat. Dear God, let that strap all work. But
Hmm.
Kim Burrell is not. We don't expect for her to have the highest amount of intelligence. Dear God, no. Dear Lord,
Miss Let God Be True quickly.
What about Tata?
child. Mm,
Child, not the.
child.
Mm.
Larry trying to make money off of his stuff. What he trying to make money off of?
What?
What he gonna make money off of? I put my spirit in you, my spirit inside of you. What is he gonna make
That
money off
is
of? I
that
just want
is
to know.
crazy.
I'm just saying.
This man done set your whole business out on Front Street and you worried about making some money. Like that is so crazy to me.
Maybe let that cum work for you.
Oh. Hell nah.
Lord
Oh
help.
God.
Help Jesus.
Not let that come work for you. This
Mm.
is. I told
Oh
y'all.
my
This is
goodness.
why we can't have nice things.
No.
Mm-mm.
And I'm, I don't know. It was something about hearing Larry say that. I was like, I had to remember Larry is older than me, but my God, that would have immediately been like grossed me out.
Laura said that man, he said his
Like
spirit resides in that man.
He did.
I was like, wait, cause what? I had to rewind it a couple times to make
But
sure
wait
I
a
heard it
minute.
right.
No, no, Don. So we're in my members only chat. My members only chat. We get everything. So when they put in the members only chat, so I went and clicked the video. Baby, I wasn't 3 minutes. And I said, wait, we're talking about cum and ass. Wait a minute. We ain't even got 3 minutes. Baby, I ain't even finished taking my first sip of coffee. We had cum and spirits in your ass. I said, Lord. I told y'all yesterday, Larry Reed always sound like he got marbles in his mouth. I told you that's from nuts being in his mouth all the time.
Damn.
Oh
He
my
do
God.
sound like he got marbles in his mouth or nut sacks. I mean, when you're used to talking with nuts in your mouth and someone's whole scrotum in your mouth, and you may eventually learn to sound like that permanently.
Can I tell y'all who sounds like that to me?
Who?
Portia.
You
Hmm.
is
I could see that for Portia. She might be used to
it
having
the
nut
new
sacks in her
teas?
mouth too.
I think now she don't do it as much, but back in like when she first started, I used to always say somebody get Portia some water.
Harold out there in that Harold, it say your device not connected. He out there in them sticks. Harold over there in country Alabama. Harold, you still up here, but it say your device not connected. You got to get your real internet. They don't have real internet over there in that part of Alabama. He trying. They still got the aluminum can with the strings and stuff.
Oh
They
my
call the
God.
operator. Old school style. They call the operator and say, I need to reach so and so number. Operator, take the little cable out and connect it to the next thing going on over there. They got rotary phones still. You know what a rotary phone is,
What
Darren?
is you reading like this?
Darren, do you know what a rotary phone is?
I know what a rotary phone is. It's the phone
Okay,
that you
good.
gotta spin around a couple times.
Okay, good.
Yeah, don't
Now,
do
some
me.
people in my chat don't know what a rotary phone is. I guarantee you, Xavier don't know what a rotary phone is. Where's Montrez? Montrez probably don't know what a rotary phone is too.
They young as hell.
I'm just saying. That damn rotary phone. Then you got to wait for it to, wind all the way back round. Don't fuck around and have to dial too
I'd be
many
mad as
nines.
hell if I had to deal with that child.
No, if you had too many nines or eights in the number, you had to wait for the thing to go all the way back around and go back. Child. Now, my grandma's sister, she had to master that thing, boy. She used to be hitting that rotary phone real fast. That's why, like, when nowadays when people text, I said, y'all don't understand what it was like in like 2001 and 2002, sending a text message where you had to dial a number until you got to the letter. And that shit was annoying as fuck. So you ain't never sent text messages. You're like, shit. Damn it.
Yeah, I think when I first started to get a phone, I was in like middle school, and we had those phones. We had like I had to slide up. Like I didn't have the flip phone. I had to it slides up. But yeah, we still had the text like that, and it was. I mean, I was good with it because I had a phone. Like it was like But yeah, girl. Y'all really got into it. Okay, I gotta watch that video when we get off live.
You gotta listen. Just brace yourself.
Oh Lord.
Just brace yourself. I'm just telling you, Derek. They gonna expose people. They have a whole sex parties, got a whole damn near a sex ring going on. People marrying people for just to protect their boyfriends and stuff. It's a mess. But didn't Larry drag his ex-wife for leaving him for a woman?
Yep.
Now Larry is out though. He is gay.
He claims to be bisexual.
Get the fuck out of here. Now I looked him up because I remember he had beef with a TS or not TS Kai and them. So I kind of remember who he was. Ain't no way in the goddamn world, child.
I don't know. All I know is the man said that last time I remember him saying, he said he was bisexual. That's all I remember him saying. It don't look like you bisexual, sir. And I think he was just holding on to that bisexuality for the church community so as to appease these people, to let them believe that you still wanted some parts of vagina. But let's be clear, this marriage that you had to your wife seems more and more like a contractual agreement and arrangement, since we know you're about the business of having contractual marriages.
Isn't his whole page, well, not his whole page, but part of his page is gossip, right?
But it's mainly church gossip.
Okay.
Mainly church gossip is what he does. So he's in that whole church sector, church community. Larry claimed to be heterosexual at one point too, and that was maybe 2 years ago. Child, just a mess. Anyway, y'all, I came on here with nothing to talk about, and now I done been on here for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I don't even know how I got here. I literally came up here. Larry never said he was peen worthy. You know what? Listen. I came up here with nothing to talk about. I'm about to go and start preparing for Silly Saturday tomorrow. That's gonna take the rest of the night. After, I'm gonna probably stop around 11, call a man about a dog, maybe go see whose son is gonna get swallowed.
Not swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed?
I just love the Chris Brown's version is better than TD Jake's version.
Oh, fuck that nigga.
But his version is better than TD Jake's. I'm sorry. The Chris Brown one is better. It absolutely is. Anyway. Y'all go follow Darren. Y'all know where to find Darren. If you don't, the Darren Green Show on YouTube. Go
come on.
Y'all go follow Chef Don Don. Tracy, can you put Chef Don Don and Darren's links in the chat, please?
Thank you,
that
thank
those people
you.
who may not be following them. Whose channel are we on for the next panel on Tuesday?
Well, we did. Child, we didn't even do a panel this week.
Because nothing came on because of the Super Bowl.
Nothing came on.
Remember?
Yeah, I think it might. It should be you, because I don't know. You know, Medusa, she might not be available.
But
So
we
I
got
think.
to start following because we're about to get to the reunion, and we
Which
know
one?
Apollo to Married to Med. Their reunion is supposed to come on March 3rd,
Dang,
which is in
that
like
fast?
3 weeks. They already
Oh,
filmed their reunion. Remember, that's how we found out Apollo is going to be on the reunion. So
now
I
Phaedra ain't
guess
gonna
we
like
need to.
that. Who the hell? Who?
I don't
Child.
know. That's Darren and Chef Don Don's channels. Y'all make sure y'all go follow them here on YouTube and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I guess we need to get into it. I don't know what's going on with Potomac. That shit is god awful. It's just awful at this point.
Like it's horrible. It's literally it's unwatchable. Like at least last
Happy
season.
birthday, Miss Baythang. Y'all put some Shondos in the chat for Miss Baythang. You should have said something earlier. It's her birthday. If you don't, if you're so inclined, Miss Baythang, you can go ahead and put your Cash App in the chat if you want to. Y'all go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat for Miss Baythang. Happy birthday. Miss Baythang been around these parts a long time. A long time. So shout out to you. Happy birthday, my love. Happy birthday. I'm still trying to figure out why Apollo is on the reunion. I want to know too. So
yeah, that's definitely like this. Phaedra bring him on? Are they like secretly putting him on to get Phaedra activated or something? Like
they said none of the ladies knew. Hell, you got your Wi-Fi together?
Yeah, I had to restart my phone. My
You know he
service
over
went.
there.
My
You know
service
he
went
over there
down
in
for some reason.
Alabama. K Ivy is too busy carpet munching than to have good
Right.
infrastructure and internet in the great state of
Instead
Alabama.
of getting us some decent internet service out here and cell phone service.
God.
Child.
She too busy with her 2-piece and 3-piece suits on.
Right.
In the
And her flannel and jeans that she be having on. You ever seen that interview where she's over there talking that in the middle of it, she just let out a good belch? Like mid interview.
And kept going.
It kept going like it was nothing. Like it wasn't even no light one. It was a whole like, and yes, we're talking about. Wait, bitch! Did you just tell me like this ain't just happened? Like it was like some shit you see on The Simpsons. Look it up, Darren. Look up Governor K. Ivy belch or burp. And
like
it's
my grandma used to say, belching.
She's on TV. She's the governor of Alabama on TV. Talking about, I don't even remember what she was talking about in the middle.
Ooh, I know you said you coming off.
It was a tornado or hurricane or something. Hurricane relief or something like that.
Did y'all see fucking Kelly Osbourne talking about defending Ozempic and all that? Why she look this
That's
sickly?
A couple weeks. Oh, I saw something about that a couple weeks ago. Girl. Her talking about she was on Ozempic and more people should be on there.
Yeah, she said people that are talking bad about it are jealous because they can't afford it or some shit like that. I'm like, girl, you always saying the wrong fucking thing. Like, and she looked fucking sickly. You see, this is not the Kelly Osbourne I seen on The View. This girl got
it looks more like she's used to.
Okay.
She kind of like Katy Perry right there.
Not Katy Perry. Yeah. Not Katy. Girl.
California girl. I do like that song by Katy Perry. I ain't gonna lie, that shit is sickening. I do like that song, Katy Perry.
Is she still a Republican?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Katy Perry is a Republican.
Oh my God, no.
California
she ain't no conservative. Why you say she? Why? I mean, and not because of that Obama joke.
No, it was an election. Was it 2020 when she endorsed? Or it was?
I think that was.
Remember.
I think that was that wasn't 16.
It might have. It was
she
one
endorsed
of them.
Trump.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was 16.
Well, I mean,
It
you
might have
can't
been.
really. I'm about to say
It was
something
16 or
controversial,
20, but
but we can't judge people that supported Trump in 2016
Yes,
because
we can. Yes, the fuck we can.
I
Yes,
think
the
we can
whole
only
fuck we
judge
can.
because you know what? Maybe people really thought that he was going to do something.
Not when he told you that he's grabbing women by the pussy.
and he made the comments about the
Not
immigrants
when
in
he told
2015
you
when he
that
was
he could
campaigning.
stand in the middle of downtown Manhattan and shoot a bitch in the face and nothing will ever happen to him. Not
Yeah.
when we knew he was a staunch ass racist who purposely kept black people from being able to get housing in the greater New York City area.
Yeah.
Not when we knew he was discriminatory way back then. This is
Right.
2016.
I'm just saying a lot of people are just not privy to that. Like, let's be
And
It was
clear.
out.
Like,
he
It
advocated
was
for
they
the
didn't want to be. They just didn't want to be.
and the what was the what was the
Hillary
Central
definitely
Park
should have
Five when
won.
he advocated for them getting the death penalty in '89?
Yeah, I remember. Well, see, a lot of, and I'm just saying this. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm just saying a lot of us found out about that after that show came out. The When They See Us, like, and then that's when people started talking about how Trump was actually advocating for these people to get like death penalty. I didn't know about that. I mean, and there was a lot of people that did not know about that because that was back in the day, and a lot of even my parents didn't know about that shit until they saw it, and then they went back and was like, you know what, Trump did say something, but they, a lot of people just brush
His
past what Trump
A
said.
lot of racist ass stuff happened in the great state of New York,
Mhm.
but it gets hidden because they want New York to be seen as this liberal blue state where it's just so nice. Let's not forget, stop and frisk started there,
Hmm.
but that's under I think that was Giuliani. Was that Giuliani or was that
I think it
Dinkins that
was.
started stop and frisk? I think it was Giuliani when
It
Giuliani
was
tried to
Rudy
clean up
Giuliani because I just watched the
where he started cleaning
documentary
up
recently.
Times Square and closing down all of the sex shops, adult bookstores and all of that stuff and trying to clean up Times
Mhm.
Square and all of that.
Yeah, because didn't they say Times Square back in the day was like,
Real
a lot of shit.
raunchy and seedy and dirty.
Oh, it was the Stroll that I watched. The Stroll on HBO where they talked about how Rudy Giuliani enforced the I can't remember the name of the law, but it was a law to clean up the meatpacking district where all the prostitutes were in the trans prostitutes in New York. And he implemented a law where where they I'm trying to remember what it was, but it was I think the new NYPD were granted the right to stop and frisk them for any reason they felt was I don't know how to explain it. I can't really explain it without looking it up.
But I mean, I'm gonna say this, Darren. Your generation is the generation that's all about receipts and Googling everything everybody says. And it amazes me sometimes the things that I feel like the that generation should know that they just don't know. And for me, it's just like front of mind. Like, how do you not know this? And I figure that y'all generation has access to a lot more stuff than I may have even had access to. A lot of stuff I learned when I got to college.
Right.
Because
I'm not, but
I
see, I'm
had
not
a
talking about, yeah. I'm not talking about my generation in particular. I'm just talking when we were talking about people like Katy Perry, these people that clearly not my generation, but definitely when it comes to music, but I don't expect her to know the ins and outs of Donald Trump. Now, if she did support him and put him on, that is kind of problematic. Now that because see, I didn't even know about that shit and I remember when her whole situation happened where her album flopped, and then she had that whole conversation with Caitlyn Jenner and fucking Amanda Seales and all that to try to do damage control. But I don't remember in there that she said that she supported Trump or she's like endorsing him or anything like that. I remember Caitlyn
we
Jenner
we
talking about
we we try not to mention the name of Voldemort, she who
that.
shall not be named. Y'all know how I get when I hear
Oh yeah, he
that
went
woman's
on a
name.
whole 20-minute rant tangent the other day reading her
Ooh,
You got
L Teddy and Amanda Seals.
how about girl? What she do
can we
now?
not talk about Voldemort? Y'all know it don't take much.
Ah,
It don't take much.
Please
I
don't,
get that
please,
itch.
please don't.
I got an 8 o'clock
I
meeting
think
I
I
got to
brought it
be
up.
on. I be done told him I'm gonna be late to this 8 o'clock meeting because I still be going in on that raggedy ass bitch. I just want to take bullet ants and shove them up her pussy. That's what I want to
Oh
do.
God.
Oh my
Yo, Teddy.
god. We gotta keep
I
it
want to
clean.
take razor blades and not cut off her nipples, but slice them so that they're just cut open and then just start pouring cayenne pepper on them.
Yo, Teddy, that's torture. You can go to prison for that.
Okay.
These things happen. I could
Okay.
have me a whole prison bay. Okay, I've already settled in on this. I'm gonna find me a nice, fine, tall. They be prison built. They be real. Muscular and shit. Find me a nice, tall, blue black, big ass peen, um, prison bay, and he gonna fight for me and make sure I don't get stabbed. Nay, we don't have time today for me to go, Nisi. We don't have time today for me to give the backstory as to why I can't stand her, but it does involve my frat brother.
Does Tracy have a response to that? To what you just said about?
Manhattan is red. It's literally where most of the wealthy people are. Yeah, I've noticed that too. And the way they make New York City look so it's open and all that. I'm like, girl,
So anyway, I got to get off here for real. I got 10 minutes for me. Listen, y'all. Tomorrow, Silly Saturday, noon Eastern, 11 Central, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Yes, I
Now,
will be here.
Pacific people, I can't go no later than we used to do Silly Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. We used to do it at 10 o'clock in the morning. And the Pacific Coast people, the West Coast people said, listen, that ain't fair. It's 7 o'clock in the morning over here. So we pushed it over to 12 o'clock. I can't go no later. I could, but that'd be like my whole day. Anyway, thank y'all, gentlemen, for coming up here.
Yes,
And
I enjoyed you.
partying with me. I
yes.
enjoyed you as well. I didn't put my spirit in you, neither did you put yours in me, but I still enjoyed you.
Oh my.
Now, see, I'm not Larry Reed, so that's not gonna happen. Yeah, Larry Reed said that he he dropped his spirit off in that young man
He
and
Yes,
let
did.
it
Miss Bay
reside.
thing. It was my alarm child. It always go. I need to put I need to get a new alarm child.
Anyway, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged. They're much appreciated. Thank you, child. Please stop for your super chat that you gave today. You had us up here dying laughing. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, everybody that was here. I will see y'all tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, for Silly Saturday, which will be epic, like it always is.
Yes, it will because we have a lot to talk about this week.
Oh God, we do.
Mm.
Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.
Bye.
We out. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Wait, hit the button. L Teddy, hit the button.